toss to the middle, brings it in, and he has no one to beat. It's intercepted by Yankton. Touchdown, Yankton!
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Hy-Vee, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Ben's Brew Station, 1919 Root Beer, Fairfield Inn and Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Triple Time Rudy's, Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, First Chiropractic Centers, First Dakota National Bank, the UPS Store, Conklin Distributing, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Avera, Mayor Signs, Vision Care Associates, Truxedo, MT and RC Smith Insurance, Olson's Pest Technicians, Parker Hannafin, Midwest Insurance Agency, Fortrust Bank, H&R Block of Yankton, Vantage Financial, Adam Walter, The Move Group, Pedro.
Now, we go live to the KYNT studios for the kickoff show. Kicking off right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another edition of Yankton Bucks Football and the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. It is playoff time in Yankton, and your Yankton Bucks are the number 1 seed in Class 11 AA, getting set to host the number 8 seeded Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. These two teams have yet to meet this season. The Bucks enter with a 7-2 overall record, while the Golden Eagles are 3-6. Yankton is flying high, entering the postseason on a 5-game win streak, including an 80-14 victory over Mitchell to end their regular season last Thursday night. We'll break down that contest last week for the Bucks in your Friday Night Rewind coming up after our first break. Before we go to a break, I'd like to thank a couple of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible. Starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. When we come back, we'll take a look at last week's 80-14 win for the Bucks in your Friday Night Rewind and hear from a couple Bucks players, including the record breaker Evan Stirk, and your Buck in the Headline interviews. Still plenty to come here for playoff football on KYNT and KYNTV. Brayden Butler on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. We'll be back after this.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
Brayden Butler back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Let's get into your Friday Night Rewind, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling, your locally owned Lennox dealer located in Yankton and Vermilion. Yankton ended their regular season with a 7-2 overall record, capping off their regular season with an 80-14 win over Mitchell last week. Yankton scored 11 touchdowns as a team, added a field goal, and defensively forced 8 turnovers, 7 interceptions, and a fumble recovery. Due to the amount of highlights, only scoring plays will be available in this week's Friday Night Rewind. Let's go over the scores for the Yankton Bucks. Evan Sirk got the party started and let everyone know early on that he was on pace for a record day.
Halfback toss left side to Sirk. He'll cut. He'll have the first down. He'll have more. He'll have a touchdown. Touchdown Yankton. Evan, the muscle Sirk.
Next touchdown comes from the defensive side of the ball. Bodie Thurman jumped the route in the flat and took it all the way to the house for a pick 6.
And Gillis drops back. Quick pass out to the right side. Intercepted by Yankton. Bodie Swayze Thurman has a pick 6 for the Bucks.
Back on offense, another time in the end zone for Evan Sirk, his second rushing touchdown of the day.
Hand off to Sirk. Powers up the middle, gets to the 10, to the 5. He's at the goal line. Touchdown Yankton. The muscles his way past the goal line. Another score for the Bucks.
The passing game getting involved for the next Bucks score as Easton Nelson was able to find Carson Ness for a long touchdown pitch and catch, putting 6 more on the board for the Yankton Bucks.
Colonel jump, but no flag past the middle of the field. Brought in by Carson Ness, right at the logo. He's going to take it to the house. The Loch Ness with a big touchdown for Yankton.
After that, it was Evan Sirk again, 3rd time's the charm, but he was only halfway to his total. His 3rd rushing touchdown, another score for Yankton.
He's got another big gain here, Bryce, and he might take this to the house. Evan Sirk to the house. Touchdown, Bucks.
Back to the air again for the Yankton Bucks. This time it's Connor Slaba on the receiving end of a touchdown pass from Easton Nelson.
As Nelson now rolls far side. Pass out to Connor Slaba at the 15, the 10, the 5. And the con man does it again. Connor Slaba, touchdown Yankton.
Now kicks off a run of 3 straight rushing touchdowns by Evan Sirk. Here's his 4th of the game in the first half.
Nelson will hand it off to the muscle Evan Sirk. He does have the first down, and he does have some more. He's popping some kernels here at Crane. Evan Sirk, Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Sirk's 5th touchdown run would come next to end the first half of play. The final score for Yankton through the first 2 quarters.
Evan Sirk gets the handoff, goes up the middle. He's to the 35, juke move to the 30, now to the outside to the 20, 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Yankton! The muscle does it again. Evan Sirk is on fire here tonight.
Sirk and the starters would go back out on offense for the first drive of the 3rd quarter, and on the 2nd play, he was able to break loose for a long touchdown run, breaking the school records for points by a single player and rushing yards in a single game.
Motion, handoff, Sirk to the outside, and he has plenty of room. He has the record for yards in a single game for Yankton Buck. Oh yeah, Josh, and another touchdown.
The offense did not stop for Yankton as the 2nd unit was also able to put themselves on the board. Jace Sedlacek finding his way into the end zone for a rushing touchdown.
Handoff, Sedlacek. Near side, gets the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Yankton, Jace Sedlacek.
Last score of the game for the Bucks, the 11th touchdown of their 80-14 victory. It's Tate Bestie keeping a pitch option and finding his way in for 6.
Pitch option. Bestie will keep it. He'll go off to the right side, and he's the best. Tate Bestie with a rushing touchdown for Yankton.
With those 7 touchdowns, 3 points were unaccounted for. Those belong to Kevin Ortiz on a field goal. That is how the Yankton Bucks got to an 80-14 victory over the Mitchell Colonels to wrap up their regular season last week. Next, we're going to talk about our Buck in the Headlight interviews, but before we do that, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible. We'll start with Aztec. They're building industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. Build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road and click careers at aztecindustries.com. Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. It's time to get into your Buck and the Headline interviews. It's a trio of Bucks this week. I had a chance to talk to both Derek Beal and Evan Sirk about their big games last week. Sirk in the running game and Beal on the offensive and defensive lines. And KYNT Sports Director Bryce Ladwig was able to speak with Bryce Crawl about his year as a linebacker and an H-back. We'll start with Bryce's interview with Bryce. Here's Bryce Crawl on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show.
All right, Bryce Ladwig here, being joined by Bryce Crawl. Bryce, congratulations on a big performance on Thursday at night. A lot of tackles and, of course, the interception, one of 7 team interceptions. How special was that, especially being on senior night?
No, I've been really looking to get a turnover. I had a couple last year, and I got one in the Huron game. But going into the game, I got told by a couple people that this is really my last opportunity of the year and they really wanted me to get either a defensive touchdown or at least a turnover. And luckily I read the screen right away, just like last year, and threw it right into my hands, which made it easy for me, but really wish I just could have gotten to the end zone.
You're leading the team in tackles. What does that mean for you, especially being a senior captain?
It's nice, but at the same time, other people's jobs can't happen if I'm not doing my job, and my job can't be done if other people aren't doing their job. So it really is like a team thing. I don't want to look at it as just my stats, because my tackles don't happen if, say, like the guys up front don't do their job and hit the guys they need to. Same with like other linebackers and other guys taking on blocks, just so I can get to the running back.
All right, you're an H-back this year, especially the last 3 quarters of the year. That's another big responsibility. So now you're playing both ways the entire rest of the year. How is that feeling as far as your energy during the game, but also knowing that your coaching staff trusts you with another huge task?
It's not too bad. I feel like I definitely have the energy for it. Sometimes coaches take me out of the H-back spot because we have Easton Feeser. He can go in and take those reps, and it's not much of a drop-off. They'd rather keep me in on defense 100% rather than take all my energy at H-back. But, it's nice playing offense again. It's been a while since I've done that, but just playing another spot, being able to help the team in another spot with the run game, blocking, helping Evan get his record, which was well-deserved.
Well, I know you probably I hope you listen to the Coach's Corner. You hear me talk to Hubert all the time. We always talk about the offensive line and how those records and these rushing stats are kind of partially theirs too. Well, that goes for you too as an H-back, and I'm sure as a collective group you guys all take pride in that.
Yeah, it's nice because it's well-deserved. He works his butt off all off-season, during the season, day in, day out. He's pound by pound probably one of our best athletes we have. And it's nice to be able to see. And just going back, we'll be able to see his name, the paper, knowing that we helped him get in there and that we played a big part of it as well as him.
It's been a really fun season for you guys, and I'm sure that playoffs mean just a little bit more, but kind of what's the attitude of the team? Obviously, you guys try to stay focused, I'm sure, but does it feel a little bit different?
It's different just knowing that nothing's guaranteed now. If we just go play like we have all year, obviously we'll be fine, but we just got to keep making sure we're fine-tuning everything, make sure we don't have little mistakes that we've had pretty much every game, whether it's a blown coverage or just not being in the right spot, just fine-tuning things to make sure we don't give up any mistakes, and because any mistake now could be our last, and nothing's guaranteed after that.
Next up, we'll talk to trench warrior for the Yankton Bucks, Derek Beal, rotating in on both the offensive and defensive lines his senior season, hoping to get his team back into the Dome.
Joining me is Derek Beal, trench warrior for the Yankton Bucks, plays offensive and defensive line. Great running game last week. We'll start there against Mitchell, but you're going into the first round of the playoffs against Aberdeen Central as the #1 overall seed. Before we get to that, last week, Mitchell, 80-14 victory. I don't think anything went wrong for you guys ever throughout those 4 quarters. And obviously, Evan Sirk sets a new school rushing record, but you guys on the offensive line, you and your co-offensive linemen are a big part of that, opening up holes. What was working for you guys in the run scheme? You guys were able to open up everything for them.
Yeah, I think how good our run game was mostly came down to communication between us guys. I also think him getting the record, we kind of want to take part in that too. Sure, Sirk, that's his record, but we're we're definitely going to take a little bit of that. So
he doesn't get 250 without you guys opening up the holes. Like, he can make moves in the second level, but he's not getting there without you guys up front.
Yeah. I guess going into the playoffs, number 1 seed, it's really more fine-tuning things for us, making sure we do every little thing right, not just the big stuff, but every little thing.
With that, as the 1 seed, if you want to return to the Dome, you're guaranteed all games at home until you get back to Vermilion. What does that mean for you guys? How important is that, where you get to sleep in your own bed, you get to get up at your normal times, everything, the routine is the same all throughout the playoffs?
Yeah, so it's a big, I guess you can call it an advantage, I guess. I mean, playing home, you got your fans behind your back, it's just, and especially the environment in the playoffs. I mean, we worked hard all season, fought, got the number 1 seed, and now we get to spend at least, 2 more games at Crane. So.
And let's talk about you on the defensive side of the ball. You rotated in on that defensive line, and it's a defense that has been stout basically since the Harrisburg game. I believe 14 points last week against Mitchell, 7 to Brookings, it was 7 to T, 7 to Pier. You guys have been almost shutout perfect for about 4 or 5 weeks in a row now. What has been working on the defensive side? And then you mentioned communication on the offensive line. Is that the same on the defensive line to make sure everybody's in the right spot?
Yeah, so we work all practice, making sure we stay in our lanes, communicating where we need to go. And if we run twist games up front, we got to be, dialed in and communicate that. Our defense, we always preach keeping a donut on the other side every single time, keeping them to 0. I mean, 7 is good, but, it doesn't look as good as a 0, that's for sure.
Last but certainly not least is the man of the hour, the record breaker, Evan Sirk. After a 6-touchdown, 250-plus yard performance on the ground, he gave a quick peek into his mindset heading into the postseason.
Joining me is senior running back Evan Sirk, coming off of a big win over Mitchell last week to end the regular season, 80-14, and you rewrote the record books a little bit. Set a new school record for rushing yards in a single game, a new school record for points in a single game, and it wasn't in the record book we were seeing, but presumably a new rushing touchdown record in a single game as well last week. What was working well for you out there, as it seemed that the offense was really clicking against Mitchell?
Well, as you said, everything was working good. The line, I couldn't have had that many yards without the line playing as good as they did. They did a really good job getting to the second level, and the coaches really spread out the defense, so there wasn't too many guys in the box, so just really opened up some big holes, and I was able to run through them.
I was talking to Derek Beal a little earlier on. He said, Evan made some great plays in the secondary once he gets to that second level, but that's the group that got you there in the first. So I always like to see giving credit to the O-line and the guys in the trenches that may not get as much recognition, but they're just as much of a part as of that record. And you carrying that into a postseason as the number 1 overall seed. What's the team's mindset like coming in as the top team in the state right now in the class?
Mindset hasn't really changed since the beginning of the year. Just don't let it get to our heads and play our brand of football, I guess. Just play as hard as we can, and the game will work out for itself on Thursday.
You got a team in Aberdeen Central on Thursday that you have not played this year. It's one of the few teams that are in the playoffs this year, actually, that you have not played. So what are you expecting from them, and what are you seeing on film?
They're always big. They're always a good team. Played them last year in a tough game. So they play hard, and they're not going to roll over for sure. It'll be a good game, I think.
And one last question for you. Are you going for 300 this week, or are you just going to do whatever works out there?
I'll take what they can give me, and hopefully it can work out just as good as it did versus Mitchell.
Big thank you to Bryce Kral, Evan Sirk, and Derek Beal for talking to us here at KYNT and KYN-TV this week for your Buck in the Headlight interviews. Before we go to a break, thank you to some more of our sportscaster partners, including the UPS store, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Yankton Thrive, your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Floor Tech, whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech at 665-4839. And Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. When we come back, we're going to take a look at Class 11AA, the results for the regular season finale, and of course, the playoff bracket and breaking down some matchups happening tonight. Still plenty to come here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Brayden Butler back after this break on KYNT, KYN-TV.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts. Plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse. Brayden Butler back in here again on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. It's time to take a look around Class 11AA, and this class review is brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. We'll start with the results from last week in Class 11AA. Then we will look at the 8 playoff teams and let you know who they are playing tonight in the opening round of the Class 11AA football playoffs. To win the regular season last week in 11AA, Douglas fell to Pierre 34-7. Sturgis knocked off Spearfish 15-10. T-Area got a win over Class 11 AAA's Sioux Falls, Washington 15-14. The Bucks defeated the Colonels of Mitchell 80-14. Watertown beat Aberdeen Central 41-14. And Huron fell to Brookings 40-14. Now let's look at the 8 postseason contenders for Class 11AA as they each look to start their march towards the Dakota Dome on November 15th. Yankton enters as the number 1 seed, followed by Watertown at 2 and Brookings at 3. Pierre rounds out the top 4 with Spearfish in 5th, T-Area 6th, Huron in 7th, and Aberdeen Central rounding out the 8 teams in the postseason as the 8th seed. Your matchups tonight in the opening round: Yankton hosts number 8 Aberdeen Central at Crane-Youngworth Field. Number 4 Pierre hosts number 5 Spearfish in the state capitol. Number 2 Watertown will host number 7 Huron. And number 3 Brookings at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium will take on number 6 T-Area. That's your look around Class 11AA here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Before we go to another break, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible, including Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton sports. We need to be sure, make it Sherco. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. They're on Broadway or over the phone at 665-1222. And lastly, Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. When we come back, we will hear from Matt McClure of Hub City Radio talking about the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, and from the head coach of the Yankton Bucks, Brady Muth, breaking down this first-round playoff matchup. Still plenty to come here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. I'm Brayden Butler. We're back after this break.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Brayden Butler back in here again on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. It's time for your pregame profile, a matchup preview brought to you by Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, Roy and his team are there to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, a lifelong supporter of the Bucks and Gazelles. For today's matchup preview, these two teams did not meet in the regular season, so we're going to go over their regular season results, starting with the visiting and 8th-seeded Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. The Eagles kicked off the season with a 3-game losing streak, 20-14 to Pierre in Game 1, 39-7 to T Area in Game 2, and 8-7, a 1-point loss to Brookings in Week 3. Then kicked off a 3-game win streak for the Golden Eagles, including 14-6 over Spearfish, 18-17 over Sturgis Brown in Sturgis, and a 48-8 road victory over the Mitchell Colonels. Down the stretch, it was 3 straight losses again for the Golden Eagles, 10-0 to Huron, 53-2 to Sioux Falls Lincoln of Class 11 AAA, and 41-14 to end their regular season against Watertown. All in all, Aberdeen Central finishes their regular season with a 3-6 overall record, coming in as the number 8 overall seed. Across the field from the Golden Eagles today are the top-seeded Yankton Bucks, who started their season 2-2, alternating wins and losses. It was a 60-0 win over Huron Week 1, a 27-13 road loss to Watertown in Week 2, a 74-6 win over Douglas in Week 3, and a 49-14 loss to Harrisburg in Week 4. Game 5 is where things changed for the Bucks. On the road at Hollister Field in the state capital of Pierre, a 35-7 win over the Pierre Governors, starting a stretch of games for Yankton that ended in 5 convincing victories. It started 35-7 over Pierre, followed up with 35-0 over Sturgis, 24-7 over Brookings, 28-7 over T Area, and culminated last week with an 80-14 win over Mitchell. That's your matchup preview for both these teams, looking how their regular season worked out for them. But now it's time for your rival report, brought to you by Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN TV games. Grab your friends and families and get together. If it's on KYN TV, it's on at Ben's. This week for the rival report, I got a chance to talk to Matt McClure of Hub City Radio about the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, their season so far, and what we can expect tonight against the Bucks. Brayden Butler here for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Joining me is Matt McClure with Hub City Radio, talking about the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles as we officially have playoff football. Matt, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for the Kickoff Show.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me on.
You know, we're talking about Aberdeen Central. They come into the postseason as an 8 seed, a couple of tough games down the stretch for them. You ended your regular season for Aberdeen with Sioux Falls, Lincoln, and Watertown, so no cakewalk down the stretch for you guys, but what have you seen as a broadcaster from the Aberdeen Central Eagles this season? I know 3 wins on the year and a couple losses down the stretch heading into the postseason.
Yeah, they've dealt with a lot of adversity. They started the year 0-3, and they had a really good turnaround in the middle of the season, went on a 3-game winning streak in the middle of the season to get back to 3-3, and offense started to look like it was clicking a little bit, but you know, the inability to score points here recently has really hurt the Golden Eagles. But, you know, they're going to fight until the end. They're a team that's played in a lot of one-score games this year, and the defense has been a big bright spot for this team. They're physical up front. Their defensive line and linebackers are really physical, and they make a lot of plays. But just the inability to get some points on the board have hurt this team here as of late.
And that the physicality that you mentioned for Aberdeen is something I know Coach Muth's talked about in the past. This isn't a team that Yankton coming into the postseason of the 1 seed. I think they would have preferred maybe someone different. This is not your typical 8 seed team with the physicality they bring and the ability to get anybody in the class. I know only 3 wins on the year, but one of those was over Spearfish, who was one of the top teams in the class for a long stretch there before some injuries down the stretch. But it's a very tough Aberdeen Central team that I know nobody on the Bucks is overlooking, and Aberdeen's coming in with that chip on their shoulder, being the 8 seed, wanting to knock off the number 1 in Yankton.
Yeah, and to your point, Aberdeen Central's played a lot of tough matchups this year. They had Brookings beat 7-0 pretty much the entire game. Brookings goes and scores a touchdown late. They get the 2-point conversion. They lose that. They played Pier week 1, or week 0 if you call it, and they had an opportunity to win that game as well. That was a 20-14 game. You mentioned the Spearfish effort. They had a great game against them. Same with Sturgis Brown. I mean, a team that they had to go down and score. They scored on the last possession of the game in that one to win it 18-17. They get the 2-point conversion. So, they've hung tough with some really good teams this year. They just haven't put 4 quarters together, and that's been the difference between maybe 3 wins and 5 wins. So, to your point, Central has played really tough this year, and this defense that they played is really why they've been in those games.
Hey, keep talking about playing tough. Who are some of those key players who've been making plays for Aberdeen all year? I know you mentioned the defense right there, keeping them in a lot of games. So who are some key guys on that side of the ball, and then any playmakers on offense as well?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Felipe Gonzalez, the nose tackle, he comes in with a big-time season. He's a 6'4", 295-pound junior. He's really taken leaps from last year to this year. He's got 7 tackles for loss. He's got over 30 tackles. He's kind of the anchor, if you will, of that defensive line. Also, you got to look out for Brandon Schwann. He leads the team in tackles. He's got over 40 tackles this year. He's top 3 in sacks. And Jack Birch, who's the other defensive end, he leads the team in sacks with 3. This is a D-line that really gets after it and can pressure the quarterback, and that's when Aberdeen Central is doing really good. So that defensive front of Birch, Gonzalez, and Schwann are really the X factors on that defense. Offensively, you got to keep an eye out for Colby Dallin. Dallin leads the team in receptions, yards, and touchdowns this year. He had a touchdown versus Watertown last week in the first quarter. They'll also put him at running back a little bit to maybe get the run game a little going as well. So he's kind of a do-it-all type player, and those really 3 guys have carried the Golden Eagles. And don't want to forget it as well as Joey Dahlman. He's kind of an H-back. They'll move him in motion. He'll play running back. He'll play tight end. They'll put him at slot receiver. He's a physical downhill kind of a bell cow type of runner. So those are the guys really that Aberdeen Central has had this year, and they've made a lot of plays.
One final question for you here, Matt, before we let you go here on the kickoff show. What does Aberdeen need to do to come in? I know they've been in these tough games. They've played 1-score games. They got that chip on their shoulder being the 8th seed. What do they need to do in this game to knock off the top-seeded Bucks?
Yeah, I think the biggest key for the Golden Eagles is not to give up the big play. That's been the Achilles heel, if you will, of the Golden Eagles. They've had 1 lapse in defense where they give up a long touchdown, and that would kind of spiral, a turnover on the offensive side of things. So if they can limit the big play, they're going to be able to stay in this game. But, Watertown last week, they gave up a long punt return, or not a punt return, a fake punt that got them all the way down in the goal line. After that, 3 consecutive interceptions and led to 3 Watertown drives. So if they can limit that big play, I think they could have a great chance at the end and possibly knock them off.
Big thank you to Matt McClure for taking time out of his day to talk to me about this matchup between Yankton and Aberdeen. Now it's time to go to the head coach of the Yankton Bucks, Brayden Muth. Your pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at local restaurants. Josh Boelter was able to talk to head coach Brayden Muth earlier this week at Bucks football practice, breaking down this postseason matchup with the Golden Eagles. We go to that interview now.
Coach, it's playoff time. Does the team's mentality change, or is it business as usual?
I think our guys, the fear is after a game like that thinking you're pretty good. And the one thing that I really appreciate about this team is how much they commit to just doing things one play at a time, one breath at a time, one day at a time. They just focus on the present. And so if we can keep that mindset going through this week, we'll be okay. But it's got to be all of our energy in on Aberdeen and nothing else.
And you guys draw a first-round game against Aberdeen. What do you see with that matchup?
I mean, they're a younger team. They graduated a lot of guys, especially on offense, and their starting quarterback went out early in the season. And so they're a team, I guess, in transition, but it's an interesting team because, their record says one thing, and I don't try to read too much into records, and I think Aberdeen is the reason there. The games that they've played in have all been close. They're a tough physical defense. They're big up front, and they play an odd front, and so there's a lot of different blitz packages that we've got to be able to account for. They play a very, very sound form of defense, and then they'll get right up in your face and go man. And so it's kind of a sweet and sour, hot and cold kind of a thing when you're playing against them, but it's all rooted in what they do with their line. And Aberdeen, if you want to know why things get silly with Aberdeen, it's because usually they play pretty good line play up north.
Back-to-back Thursday games. Does that change your guys' schedule, or does it stay pretty consistent?
It's a little different. It's compacted, and I would say the biggest thing is it just kind of stresses us as coaches out because it really feels like you're one day ahead of everything. So you're playing on Thursday, but it really feels like you're playing on Wednesday almost because your work week starts in earnest on Saturday morning rather than just meeting Saturday and then practice on Monday. We start Saturday morning on these shorter weeks, and so in that sense, it feels a little bit rushed, but I've been really happy with the focus, and at this point in the season, if there's any little bit of change, I think it's good for the guys.
Coach, your defense has only given up 35 points over this 5-game win streak. Just talk about their performance.
I mean, especially that last game, I think, I caught myself in the middle of the game just kind of saying to myself, man, we are moving really fast out there. I mean, everything is moving and happening very fast. The speed at which we're playing with right now is at an all-time high, which is good for us going into the playoffs, which means confidence level is high. We just can't be too overconfident.
And with Aberdeen, you guys haven't played them this season. Does that give it a competitive advantage or maybe even a disadvantage compared to playing a team that you've already played once this season?
Yeah, I'm much more, I know there's, caveats to playing a team once, you have to kind of get to know them, but I really don't like playing a team 2 times and definitely 3 times. And so, there are some things that you have to be aware of and you have to adjust because you're learning kind of, week to week, but it's no different than what we've done up to this point in the season. And so I guess I'm okay with them being new to us.
And speaking of that 5-game win streak, you guys started out 2-2, won 5 in a row. Do you really feel like your team's hitting its stride going into the playoffs?
It's been every week we've just consistently got a little bit better. We haven't really taken a step backwards. We've dealt with some injuries, but our guys have done a good job with next man up mentality. And so we've just consistently been getting better over the course of the season. Yeah, we stubbed our toe early on. The Watertown game was a mess for us. And Harrisburg is a tough matchup for us, but I was really happy with the way guys got back to work, on Monday and corrected things and have really made a commitment to each other just to get a little bit better every day.
Let's talk about your senior running back a little bit. Evan Sirk last week set a school record for rushing yards in a single game, also most points in a single game. Just talk about Evan.
Really proud of Evan and happy for him. I mean, he's a guy that has worked his tail off. We've talked a lot about him. I mean, in our program, he's the strongest pound-for-pound guy. Both him and Slava, they're just really strong, fast guys. And he has worked his tail off. I know he wants to be seen as a premier back in South Dakota. I think, with the year that he's had, put up with his year last year, I think he's made a really good argument for himself. He's not just, a back that only works on one plane. He's not just a speed guy. He's not just a shifty guy. He can power through some things. He's good in the pass game, both catching and blocking. And so, I couldn't be more happy for Ev because I love it when people work hard and they get what their just due is.
And you guys are the 1 seed. How important is home field through this playoff run?
I mean, anytime we can be at Crane and be in front of our fans, obviously, I mean, there's logistical stuff. You don't have to worry about getting kids out of school and travel and all of that. But just from the sheer fact, I mean, the emotional part about it, the psychological part about it, just to be at home in a place that's so special like Crane, it's an advantage that we definitely, I mean, it's one of our goals for a reason.
Thank you, as always, to Josh Boelter and Brady Muth. Josh Boelter for conducting the interview, and Brady Muth for, of course, taking time out of his day to talk to us every single week here at KYNT and KYN-TV. We're going to take one final break before we send it live to the field with Bryce and Josh. But before we go, thank you to our sportscaster partners, including the Fox Stop. For your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Watch the Coaches Show on Saturday mornings, sponsored by Explorers Credit Union. They're here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. When we come back, we're going to send you live to the field with Bryce and Josh for playoff game number 1 for the Yankton Bucks. Still plenty of action in store tonight, so don't go anywhere. Bucks football kicking off shortly here on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Are you ready to drive home your savings? For a limited time, Explorers CU is offering an incredible deal on auto loans. They'll beat your current auto loan rate by up to 2% on new and used vehicle refinances from other institutions. Choose from a variety of terms to fit your budget and lifestyle. Enjoy a fast, easy application and approval process with no application fee. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity to save. Visit us at explorerscu.com to learn more and apply today.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Welcome back into the booth for one final time on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. It is week 1 of the postseason. The Yankton Bucks, the number 1 team in Class 11AA. The Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles across the way, coming in as the 8th seed, looking to upset the top dog in the class. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on KYNT and KYN-TV for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. The time for talk, for me anyway, is over. We're going to go live to Crane-Youngworth Field with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter for playoff football under the lights in Yankton.
Lunges forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown. Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
He gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. It's going to be Yankton ball. He's at the 20. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, Yankton. Crane is going wild.
Now, let's go live to KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Athletics, Bryce Ladwig.
And happy Halloween to you. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's the Class 11 AA quarterfinals. The Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles here at Crane-Youngworth Field to take on the Yankton Bucks. It's a number 1 seed versus number 8 seed, Josh, and the playoffs. We talked about it all year. They're here.
Playoffs are here, and
Yankton looking at a good advantage here with the home field as the 1 seed, and they're going to have an interesting test tonight, an Aberdeen team that they haven't seen yet this season.
We're sitting in the broadcast booth, brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct, 605-653-2250. You know, it's Halloween night, Josh. Possibly a scary matchup taking place tonight as the Bucks host Aberdeen Central. The last few matchups, we always talk about it, have been weird. Yes. Whether it's 3 botched Aberdeen snaps that went over the quarterback's head and ended in 30-plus yard gains for Aberdeen Central, resulting in a Bucks loss. Sideways rain all night, resulting in a Bucks loss, or one of the windiest games we've had in a while. It's always an interesting matchup. Tonight will more than likely be no different.
Yeah, and especially when it's playoff season on the line. For a lot of guys, I mean, on both sides, obviously, this could be their last game that they play at the high school level. So, you know, this one obviously means more than any of them so far this season, and I think you're going to see that out on the field tonight from both sides.
Yankton coming off a historic week last week. Multiple Yankton high school football records were broken, including Evan Sirk rushing for 255 yards, breaking Scott Nedved's 222-yard single-game rushing record. That was set in 1997. He also scored 36 points in the game. That came on 6 rushing touchdowns, breaking the single-game points scored record set by Trey Erickson in 2001, who set it with 31. And then, of course, the team set a point scored record with 80 in the defense. We couldn't find the record, but I just know it's a record. 7 interceptions as a team, I'm pretty sure. Safe to say, Josh, that's a record.
Yeah, can't ask for much better than you did last week. Multiple sacks, 7 picks, like you said, 8 turnovers overall forced by the team here for Yankton. And then, you know, you throw in Evan Sirk, like you said, over 250 rushing yards, 255 to be exact, breaking a single-game rushing record for Yankton, most points in a game as well. And it really just was a perfect night for Yankton.
And then, of course, a milestone watch. Evan Sirk, only 7 yards away from reaching that 1,000-yard rushing milestone, enters the game with 993 rushing yards. And then looking back at the series again, Aberdeen leads the Reborn series 2-1 since 2021 when Aberdeen rejoined 11AA. Yankton won the last matchup though last year 31-21. And just kind of looking at the teams, Brayden went over a lot of this already, but you know, streak-wise for Aberdeen, you and I always talk about, it seems every year they win 5, drop 4, or, you know, win 4, drop 5, right? It's always by 4s, 5s. This year it's by 3s, Josh. 3 losses to open, 3 straight victories, 3 straight losses. They're looking to snap that again here tonight.
Yeah, looking to snap that here again, like you said, and I think Yankton's hoping they don't, obviously. So that is an interesting up-down theory. But you look at their schedule, I mean, there were some tough games on there. They had Pierre, they had to go 2T, Brookings was in the mix there, Sioux Falls, Lincoln as well, Watertown. A really tough schedule here for Aberdeen this season. And it doesn't get any easier tonight with a really good Yankton team that really Bryce has been firing on all cylinders over their last 5 games.
Aberdeen hangs their hat on their defense, scoring. They're just 13.8 points per game, only allowing 22.4. And Josh, only allowing 105 rushing yards per game. Yankton's pretty well versed in both passing and rushing, but of course I think would lean more toward rushing, 250 yards per game, so something's got to give.
Yeah, something's got to give there. It's strength against strength, and you mentioned Sirk only being 7 yards away from 1,000 yards earlier, and that's something to keep an eye on, obviously. But yeah, it's strength against strength, and I think whoever wins that matchup obviously has a big advantage in this one.
Turnover is also a big factor. Aberdeen has forced 14. Yankton has forced 23. We have some ball hawks on the Yankton secondary.
Yeah, some ball hawks, like you said. And last week especially was just insane how many picks there were and things like that. Bodie Thurman got that started with the pick 6 on a bubble screen. So yeah, like you said, some ball hawks on both sides of the ball, and that's another thing. Keeping control of that football, keeping an eye on it. Don't want to give any momentum either way if you're one of these teams.
All right, game weather conditions. And we're looking at it right now, Josh. We're at a nice crisp 46 degrees. And, of course, the dark temperature here on Halloween night.
Football weather, Bryce. Football weather. I've been waiting for it all year. Last week we got the start, but, you know, those first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, we're still in the high 80s, low 90s on those. That's not football weather. This is football weather, and I'm glad we're here. And now, of course, that's me saying it as a guy who gets to sit in the booth.
Yep. The game weather conditions are brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsarda for statesenator.com. or scan the QR code on your screen. All right, we keep moving along here on the Hy-Vee kickoff show. Hy-Vee is a helpful smile in every aisle. Our fans of the game brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. The fans are filing in, Josh.
Yeah, the fans are filing in, and credit to them. We were talking about it off air. I mean, there's a lot of factors playing against the crowd coming out tonight. I mean, it's cold, it's a Thursday, it's a holiday. I mean, you look at those three things and you go, will the crowd show up tonight or will they just stay home and watch? And there's a good crowd out here, and I don't know why we even talked about it because we shouldn't be surprised by it at this point with the Bucks fans. They always get out and make sure to support their teams.
Colors of the game, Yankton will be in their home black jerseys. You like that, Josh? And Aberdeen is in their road whites with blue pants.
Yeah, and I'd have to fact check that, but since I've been here, I don't think Yankton's lost in those black jerseys. Not that it matters
that
so
was
much.
Josh Boelter.
Yes, knocking on wood right now. It's a real thing, though, that people notice when you're in a certain uniform combo. Some of the veterans on the team especially notice that teams sometimes play better in certain uniform combinations.
All right, we'll get into our keys to the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Vision Real Estate, located at 605 East 4th Street, Suite 2 in Yankton, or call 605-664-5555. Josh.
Yeah, looking at it here, we're going sorry, what was that?
Keys to the game.
Keys to the game. Yes. Keys to the game. We were talking about this off the air, running the football, that strength against strength, going ahead and getting out there, running the football, and taking care of business. And like you said, both teams, ball hawks, avoiding those turnovers. Another thing with that, keep an eye on it as we go on.
All right, key player of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton.
Yeah, and I think, look, key player, we got to talk about Edley Amaro, Bryce. We covered a lot of what this team does on offense, but him on defense, pressures can cause a lot of turnovers too, and he's good at getting pressure, good at getting sacks, 9 sacks throughout the season. Not getting the start tonight, but we will expect to see him at certain points throughout this game. And he's got 9 sacks, even with missing a game against Watertown. So he's been really impressive this year, and he's a fun watch. And so yeah, Edley Amaro, keep an eye on him.
All right, special shout out to those at the KYN-TV Watch Party location, Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN-TV games. So grab your friends and families and get together for all the KYN-TV action, because if it's on KYN-TV, it's on at Ben's. Time for the national anthem. We're actually going to keep it here for the national anthem. The Yankton High School Band is here in attendance. It's Halloween night. It's the playoffs. We will play that for you over the air here momentarily when they start. Josh, always want to give respect to the band that comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great band here at Yankton High School. I'm looking forward to hear them play the national anthem.
Band under the direction of Miss Gwen Wenish plays our national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the Yankton High School Band.
All right, thank you to the Yankton High School Band, a great rendition of the national anthem as we're getting closer and closer to kickoff. But it is time to go over your starting lineups, and that's brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Located at 2507 Foxton Parkway in Yankton. Josh.
And we're going to go ahead and start with the visiting 8th seed Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. And on offense, their signal caller is number 10, Brayden Bowman. At running back tonight, number 14, Joey Dahlman. At tight end, number 9, Jack Birch. At wide receiver, they got number 5, Carson Borg, and number 21, Colby Dowen. And then looking at their offensive line from left to right, at left tackle, number 60, Jackson Henley. At left guard, number 52, Riker Meister. At center, number 70, Jordan Voss. At right guard, Michael Whalen. And at right tackle, Blake Madsen, number 76. On the defensive side of the ball, Aberdeen's going to be running a 3-4 here on the D-line. Looking at it here, number 75, Felipe Gonzalez. Number 60, Jackson Henley. And number 9, Jack Birch. At linebackers, they got number 50, Brandon Schwann. Jacob Weischer. Number 28, Tate Huff. And number 34, Caden Shadow. For the safety spots, they got number 25, Preston Peterson, and Cordell Ricklick, number 24. At the 2 cornerback spots, they got number 20, Evan Sickmiller, and Carson Borg, number 5. Now taking a look here at the Yankton Bucks on offense. The signal caller, once again, number 4, Easton Nelson. At the H-back spot, they got Bryce Krall, number 8. At running back, number 1, Evan Sirk. At wide receiver, a trio of guys, number 12, Carson Ness, number 81, Cohen Sarbach, and number 2, Connor Slaba. On the offensive line, moving from left to right, they got left tackle, number 66, Austin Conway, number 78, Derek Beal, number 52, Mark Cottle. At center, at right guard, number 77, Peyton Eustace, and at right tackle, number 68, Lucas Cordell. Meanwhile, on the defensive side of the ball, Yankton running that 4-2-5 on the D-line. Number 73, Riker Frang. Number 78, Derek Beal. Number 77, Peyton Eustace. And number 9, Talon Kenny. 2 linebackers tonight, a pair of seniors. Number 8, Bryce Krall. And number 5, Matthew Sheldon. Out the corner spots, number 15, Miles Drotzman. And number 20, Bodie Thurman. At the safety spots, number 12, Carson Ness. And number 14, Cale Hazelhorst. And round out the defense at that rover spot, number 22, Mac Rotenheis. On special teams, handling kickoffs tonight is number 46, Liam Villanueva. Handling field goals and extra points is number 91, Kevin Ortiz. Number 5, Matthew Sheldon will be handling the punts. And on punt return, you got Connor Slaba. He's also handling kick returns at that spot. And then also on kick returns, you might see a mix of Carson Ness and Evan Sirk as well. Bryce, so look at your starting lineups there.
All right, and then we look at the coaching staffs as well. Head coach for Aberdeen, Justin Brees. Assisted by Mark Anderson, Joe Fiegler, Justin Fox, Kurt Holinka, Keith Mayer, and Oliver Dayton. And for Yankton head coach, Brady Muth. And defensive coordinator, Justin Olson. Offensive coordinator, Terry Huber. Special teams coordinator, Brady Hale. And then assistants, TJ Beacom, Dan Schwach, Blake Savvy, and Jason Savvy. And the official lineups on the field for Yankton taking place. We are going to step aside for 1 minute. Come back with your kickoff here from Crane-Youngworth Field. This is Yankton Bucks football.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including weekend maintenance technician 2. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers. Start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
All right, welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. It's time for your kickoff, brought to you by The Boathouse, located in the downtown Meridian District. The Boathouse is the most fun you can find on land. Head there for great food, fun, and drinks. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's The Boathouse. Josh, we have our captains out there.
Yeah, looking out there, you got Matthew Sheldon, Thomas Reardon, Jason Lachek, and Lucas Cordell, your captains tonight for the Bucks.
Doing the coin toss on top of the big red Y here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
Playoff football, Bryce.
Oh, yes.
Two words, playoff football. And then let's go. Let's do this. Waiting for it here.
Official word. We need to get them mic'd up. Put that in the budget.
Aberdeen Central won the toss. They deferred.
Okay, so Aberdeen Central won the toss and deferred to Yankton. So Yankton will receive to open the game. Aberdeen will receive in the second half.
Yeah, now obviously a lot of times when you win that toss, you already defer to the second half. That way you can kind of control and see what the situation is at the break here. Yankton, now we're going to get to see this offense that obviously had a lot of success last week. We talked about it. Evan Cirk leading the way, 255 rushing yards, a single-game school record last week. So we get to see him once again really early in this one. And, of course, the senior quarterback, Easton Nelson. How about him? 14 touchdowns to 5 picks on the year. And then on the ground, having a great season as well throughout this year. He's got over 570 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns on the ground, too. So really a great season here from the senior quarterback. In his first year starting, really performed well. But now, Bryce, it's playoff time, and we're going to see what this Yankton team can do in a do-or-die game.
Opening drive for Yankton brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. Joey Dahlman kicking for Aberdeen. Back to return for the Bucks, Carson S. and Connor Slaba. Pretty much the same duo for 90% of the year.
Yeah, and they're so consistent on that at that end, and really good, obviously, on special teams. Don't commit a lot of turnovers or mistakes or anything like that on special teams. Sure-handed guys, and that's why they're back there.
All right, and we have number 14, Joey Dahlman kicking. And he boots it in the air. It'll be returned by Carson Ness at about the 14. And a quick handoff now to Connor Slava. He gets to the 20, to the outside, to the 30. And again, outside and angled out of bounds, tackled out of bounds at the Yankton 43-yard line. A very nice return to open things up for the Yankton Bucks.
Yankton busting out some tricks early, looking at that one. Ness caught the ball and then tossed it over to Slaba, who was running across the field for a nice return there. Yankton started about the 43-yard line, and now once again we get to see this high-powered Yankton offense take the field.
Single back set for the Bucks, 2 receivers far side. And Nelson, handoff to Cirk, goes right up the middle, bounces out to the left, and gets past the 45, and will get to the 48-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play from Cirk.
Nice run there from Cirk, picking up where he left off last week. Cut the sticks in half there on first down. Now looking at 2nd and 5.
2 receivers near side. 0-9 sets in a quick motion. Now it's Nelson dropping back to pass. Has a step up in the pocket. He'll carry it himself, get across midfield, gets into Aberdeen territory, and is hit hard at the Aberdeen 43-yard line. That's plenty for a Yankton Bucks first down.
And Bryce, that's one of those things that Easton Nelson does so well. He knows when the pass isn't there, he knows to take off and get some yards, and we saw it right there once again. Snap here from Nelson. He's handed off to Cirk up the middle. Cirk makes one-man miss, breaks a tackle. He's down to about the 25. Cirk's going to have a big gain of just about 18 on the play. Evan Cirk with the first down.
All right, 11:09 to go in the first. Yankton moving the chains, and now they're on the near hash marks. Carson Ness, the lone receiver on the far side of the field. And now Evan Cirk gets the handoff, and it'll be brought down in the backfield. Aberdeen causes a loss of yards for Yankton.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration boiling over there for Aberdeen. A couple big gains on those first few runs. They managed to adjust and beat a guy off the line there and get the tackle. Like you said, it looked like that was about a loss of a yard in the play. Let's see how Yankton responds.
2 receivers each side. Owen is now in motion. Quarterback keeper is Nelson. Shakes 1, 2 tackles. Third one can't quite do it and is brought down at the 26-yard line in Aberdeen territory.
Yeah, in Aberdeen territory here, about 3rd and 10, like you said. Obviously a passing down in this. I wonder if Yankton, maybe if they get within a few yards, they might go for this. But either way, let's see what they do here on 3rd.
Quad receivers far side. Only temporarily, those Eidsness in motion from far to near side. Nelson drops back, steps up, will keep it himself again, go right up the middle, gets to the 20 and down at the 18. Just a couple yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, about 4th and 2 here, Bryce, after the Nelson scramble. I would be surprised if they go for this once again. It's close enough early in the game. You're inside that plus territory, and that's exactly what we're seeing here as the Yanktons lining up here on 4th.
2 receivers at near. And now it's Evan Cirk with the handoff, goes up the middle, gets to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Yankton. Yankton will open up the drive with a score, and Evan Sirk run up the middle.
And a dominant combination there running the football on that drive between Sirk with the handoffs and Easton Nelson as well, a couple quarterback scrambles. But Evan Sirk punches it in on a gutsy 4th and 2 call here to start the game. Big tone setter there from the Bucks, go right down the field here and score.
They did so in the Midwest Insurance Agency Red Zone, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmit Farm Mutual, located just east of the Yankton Bowl. Kevin Ortiz out for the extra point, and he will line drive, put it through the uprights. It looked like the operation went well, at least as well as it could, but Kevin Ortiz had to put a fastball through the uprights.
Yeah, a bit of a fastball, and part of that might be the cold. You know, the ball's a little harder and things like that tonight. But either way, he lined it through. He's been really consistent on those extra points, and you saw why right there.
That's $14 going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. That's Core Trust Bank. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
All right, opening score for Yankton, and that's what you want to do when you first get the ball, Josh.
Yeah, exactly, and did it with a little bit of a statement there, running the football, getting down the field, setting the tone early.
Liam Villanueva, kickoff duties. He's done a great job on that this season. Back to return at the 11-yard line, and returning it is Carson Borg, and he will be able to carry it all the way to the Aberdeen 30. A decent return for Borg, and he had to kind of wait for that ball to set before you even brought it in.
Yeah, and it took a good Yankton bounce on that, forced a return, and Borg did a good job of getting that to the 30, and they need all the yards they can get against the Yankton defense that has been dominant over these last 5 games, only giving up 35 points over those 5 games. That's not per game, obviously. That is total, 35 points total over these last 5 games, and actually there is a holding penalty on field, so this will back Aberdeen back to about the 20 there. Actually, they're going even further back. That'll be at about the 17 to start 17. This drive.
Look at you in the quick math.
Quick maths.
All right. Hey, I see Scott Gaziski. Does that mean Mindy's nearby?
I believe so. She did say she was coming to the game tonight.
All right. All right, so Aberdeen's first offensive drive of the game. They start with 3 receivers on the far side. They're on the near hash marks, moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Brayden Bowman, the quarterback, takes the snap. He'll be brought down in the backfield by Talon Kenny, starting in place of Edley Amaro here this evening.
Yeah, and a nice pressure there from Kenny. Looks like Bowman was trying to cut back to the right side, and Kenny met him there for a big loss on that play. I think a loss of about 8 or 9 on that play.
It was a big loss. And we've seen that from Talon Kenny this season, his ability to get create pressure and really cause havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, cause havoc in the backfield. And we talked about Edley Amaro maybe not getting the start, but he is out there right now, lined up over on the left tackle. So keep an eye. We're on the left tackle over there, so keep an eye on that. He's in the game.
Bowman, 49% completion this season, 6 passing touchdowns, 90 yards per game, but 10 picks. So looking to change that as he's under center for Aberdeen. We have a flag coming in from behind, and you're saying false start, Josh.
Yeah, usually I think that's what it is here. I think I saw the right guard jump there maybe a little bit. So this will push. Oh, delay a game. Correction. I think the line jumped after the whistle. So yeah, either way, though, half the distance to the goal here for Aberdeen. And they're going the one way an offense does not want to go, and that's backwards.
And toward their own end zone. And, yeah, you and I didn't even look at the play clocks. I didn't even notice it at first.
Yeah, sometimes I'm so used to when we're on the road, sometimes we don't have one.
I think we're one of, 2 stadiums in 11AA that has play clocks. We're spoiled like that.
We are spoiled like that.
All right, we'll try this again. Second down for the Golden Eagles. Bowman standing in his own end zone with a single backer. Trips receivers far side, back to pass. Pass out to the left side. It is brought in by Borg, the 6'1 junior in the far side, at about the 8-yard line.
And Yankton did a nice job cleaning that up. Not much on that. There was a little bit of a bobble. I think only made maybe about a gain of 2 or 3 on that play. So now Aberdeen sitting here 3rd and very long here. We'll see if they choose to be aggressive or maybe just choose to run the football here. We'll see what they draw up on 3rd and long.
I believe that was ace-off. They got the return. 6 and 5 from a distance. Looks very similar.
Yes, yeah, they do. They do.
I know you love the Undertaker bells.
Yes, Undertaker, let's go. Dead man.
2 receivers each side. Bowman trying this again. 3rd down now. Far hash marks. Yankton bringing pressure. Pass to the near side. Bodie Thurman back for it. Won't be able to get there in time. Intended target was ace off at the near 30-yard line. Incomplete pass brings up 4th down. And Aberdeen is pinned deep in their own territory. So Connor Slava, Josh, will come out to return. He'll be standing on the Yankton logo.
Yeah, stand on the logo there, and we were wondering if Aberdeen would choose to be aggressive on that play. And we got the answer. They took the shot on that, not able to come up with that. But we talked about how close Connor Slava was going to be up. He's actually standing about the 40 now.
Oh, so I look up and I'm like, wait a second.
He's moving up even further here. So barring disaster, Yankton looking like they're going to have some really good field position here on their 2nd drive.
Rugby-style punt. No, it's going to... Okay, it wasn't a fake, but it was a rugby-style punt. Getting out of pressure. Bounces. Aberdeen bounce all the way, Josh, and lucky for the Golden Eagles as Yankton will take over at the Aberdeen 35. Aberdeen's punter in that situation, Dowin, came out, had that rugby style, almost got taken down in the end zone.
Yeah, almost got taken down in the end zone, that rugby-style punt, like you said. Now Yankton taking the ball here for a 2nd time at the Aberdeen 35 after a successful 1st drive where they ran the ball really well.
1 receiver near, 1 far. Single back set. Bryce Kroll, the blocking back, as Evan Sirk gets the handoff, goes off to the right side, up the middle, and is met by a few Golden Eagles at the 29-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. Actually, no, more than that, about 6. Sorry.
And Bryce, Evan Sirk's great, but credit to this offensive line. They're just winning their battles up front. You saw right there in that play for a nice gain of 6.
And now Nelson again in the shotgun, claps his hands, and will draw Aberdeen offside, so that will move Yankton forward.
Yeah, and that should be enough for a 1st down here there on the encroachment penalty.
Ball offside on the defense. The 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
So 1st down, Bucks. Also a big fan of the Mario sound.
Yeah, I just love the sound.
That's from Mario, right?
Yeah, the sound choices here just at Crane are just great.
Good job, Justin Brunick. All right, 2 far, 1 near. Nelson, back to pass. Has to step up. He'll carry it himself. We're going to have a hold in the backfield as Nelson scrambles all the way into the 10-yard line, but this one will be coming back.
Yeah, coming back here. Looks like there's a little bit of hold on the inside. Nelson was trying to take off. The officials are able to identify that. Now Yankton's going to have to deal with the 1st and 20.
There's some penalty flags that are thrown that you're just so confident. You'll just be like, that's coming back.
On the offense.
You just know right away, and it looks like they're going to call that there on Derek Beal, the left guard, on that penalty.
So back the Bucks up to the Aberdeen 34-yard line. Line to gain is the Aberdeen 15. So basically 1st and 20. Nelson, handoff, Sirk. Sirk up the middle, gets to the 31, so gain of 3 in the play.
Yeah, not a bad little gain there in that play, just a simple dive up the middle. Thought for a second there, Aberdeen, one of their linemen might have jumped, but I think he was able to get back before the ball was snapped, and now Yankton dealing with about a 2nd and 16.
2 receivers far, 1 near. Connor Slava moving to the near slot, and now Nelson back to pass. Pass out to the right side to Evan Sirk through his hands. Blame the cold, Josh.
Yeah, blame the cold on that one, and that was a good read from Easton Nelson there. There was a little bit of pressure. He didn't see anything downfield, identified his back on the swing route there. Fortunately, Sirk wasn't able to come up with it, but even if he did, I know it's Evan Sirk, and anytime he touches the ball, there's a chance for a home run. I don't know how much he would have gotten on that one anyways.
Yeah, looked like some defenders are bearing down. As Connor Slava, motion near to far. He'll join 2 other receivers. Now Nelson will roll right. He's looking downfield. Puts on the brakes, now comes back to the near side. He's scrambling. He's still looking downfield. We're going to have a hold in the backfield, but a toss to the end zone. Up with it and incomplete. It was a 4-person fight for the ball, but I think we're going to have another hold as Issa Nelson went from the far side and had to scramble to the near.
Yeah, and I wonder if Aberdeen is going to accept this or not, because right now Yankton's in a weird spot of that field where they could go for it. However, you could see them maybe force them back a little bit here. I think the odds are they'll probably decline it, but just an interesting decision coming up here.
In the back offense, number 77.
So legal block in the back, and now 10 more yards will be added. They're going to get Peyton Eustace on that one.
Yeah, and that is going to back them up, and they did accept that penalty. So Yankton's going to get another chance here, even though it is third and a country mile.
But I knew what you were saying. But there's a yards versus down, right? And they're
Right.
choosing the yards. So third and okay, quick math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, about 27. And now it is Nelson back to pass. He's looking down in the middle of the field for Carson Ness. Too tall and incomplete at about the 10-yard line. And they'll bring out the punt crew, Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, Matthew Sheldon coming out here, and he's really good at putting the ball in a spot and letting it roll. We've seen him do it, pin it inside the 10 many times this season. He's going to try to do so again here. Obviously, penalties killing that drive for Yankton there on a hold and a block in the back, but now they're going to get that defense back on the field, who forced the 3-and-out on their last time out, including a sack from Talon Kenny.
You joined the Coaches Corner show. You talked to the coaches, but on the show, Josh, talking to Brady Hill. You know, Matthew Sheldon might be one of the most underrated punters in the state. He's very good.
Another good one right there, although that's going to take a Aberdeen bounce there to about the 16. Either way, though, not ideal starting field position, though, if you're this Golden Eagle offense.
Absolutely, and Yankton's defense has proven they can. But you know what? Yankton's defense probably would look at me and be like, we'll take very little credit for that last drive. Aberdeen has had a lot of penalties.
Yeah, they did. And then the sack in there as well.
Yep.
That helped the issue there for the Yankton defense. And now they're back on the field here, and let's see what they can do on this second series.
Bowman and company. One running back to his immediate right and one in each far side. Takes the snap, go up the middle, and is brought down right at the 20-yard line.
Ball carrier Joey Dahlman.
That's actually Joey Dahlman did a direct snap to the running back, so Dahlman will be credited with that carry.
Yeah, and that's something that they do on occasion. I have it on good word from some Aberdeen sources in the booth next to us that they like to do those direct snaps every now and then, and maybe even throw out of those sometimes. So something to keep an eye on as the game goes on, but not a bad little gain there for about 3 or 4 on the play.
You're making me get my binoculars out, Josh. How dare they?
How dare they?
Second and about 6 for the Golden Eagles, and it is Dahlman again, and Dahlman up the middle and gets to the 25-yard line. Gain of a few more on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And Dahlman's been able to gain some momentum up the middle these last couple of plays. 3rd and short here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just call his number again. Right,
it's worked.
Yeah, it's worked these last couple of plays. Let's see if they go back to it here and see what they do here on 3rd.
And maybe so, Josh. Dahlman back in there again. I guess you'd call it the Wildcat. Takes a snap. He is going to run it again out to the near side and is brought down right at the 29-yard line. That is enough for a Golden Eagle first down. They'll move the chains.
And that time, Dahlman did a good job of cutting that out, bouncing to the right just enough, and was able to fight for that extra yard or so and get the first down. I thought for a second Yankton might be able to get him near the line of scrimmage, but he did a good job of bouncing out there to the right and getting the first for their first down of the day as well.
They heard what you said, Josh.
Heard what I said.
They heard your play call.
Yeah, I like it. Think they'll do it again?
They do. I'm going to kick you out of the booth. All right, Dahlman again in that Wildcat. Fresh set of downs for the Golden Eagles. And Dahlman gives it right off to, that's a Colby Dowin, the 6'1 sophomore, who has 85 receiving yards per game, 7 receiving touchdowns there. Kind of break down that play for us, Josh.
Yeah, so they went to their Wildcat formation. It looked like Dahlman was going to take the middle. He ends up handing off on a very quick sweep. If you weren't paying true attention, you could almost miss that there. But Yankton did a nice job of getting to the edge and meeting the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage there. Good job by this Yankton defense not to be fooled there with that new wrinkle in that. And they lost, I think Aberdeen lost about 2 or 3 yards there on the play.
Yeah, this will be 2nd and, let's say, 12. And 2 receivers far side. Make that 3. 1 on the near ball in the middle of the field. And now Bowman, 2 pass to the middle of the field and picked off by Matthew Sheldon. And the 3rd pick 6 for the Yankton Bucks. You can put it on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Yeah, and Bowman, I don't know if he saw Sheldon or what, but Sheldon certainly saw him. He's able to pick that one off and take it back for a touchdown. You know, 7 interceptions last week for this defense. Add another one to it right there, and now all of a sudden Yankton up 2 scores thanks to this defense getting a score of their own.
Kevin Ortiz is going to try to add to it as well. Cale Gary, the snapper, Tate Bestie, the holder, and the left-footed Kevin Ortiz out for the extra point. And this operation has run pretty smooth all season long. Nice snap, nice hold, and blocked up the middle, and broadcaster curse. So a missed extra point, or blocked extra point at that. And it was still more points on the board, Josh. 26 total dollars going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season. That's Core Trust Bank. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYTV.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments, now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton just scored off a pick 6, 3rd of the season. I believe 3rd, right? Bodie Thurman, Carson Ness. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kickoff for Yankton now. We need to return on the far side of the field for Aberdeen. Gets to the 17, to the 20, the 22, and brought down by about 9 Yankton Bucks on the near side of the field. Aberdeen will take over on their own 22-yard line.
I think the ball might have come loose there on that play or something, Bryce. The official is signaling Aberdeen had possession, so I don't know if the ball came out. Maybe that's why there was even more red helmets there by the end of that play. But
it seemed like half the team was in on that tackle.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and that's a good sign of a good defense or good special teams. The more of your hats you have near the ball, that's never a bad sign.
All right, Aberdeen's offense. It's going to be Bowman, with Dahlman to his immediate left. And Yankton making some last-second adjustments. We do have a flag going in behind the Yankton secondary. We'll see what this is.
And I think we might get a false start here on this one. That's exactly what it is. Not what you want if you want it. Not what you want on this start to start the drive if you're Aberdeen. You know, first drive you go backwards, second drive you get some momentum going, then have the pick 6. Start this third drive with a penalty. That's kind of tough.
So 1st and 15 for the Golden Eagles. Yankton leads 13-0. 2:36 to go in the first. And now Bowman. Handoff, Dahlman. Dahlman will be brought down right at the line. Maybe a very small gain on the carry from Dahlman. Bring up 2nd, let's just say 14.
Yeah, simple dive play up the middle there. However, Derek Beal, I think, ate the back and swallowed him up on that play. All you saw was big number 78 get to that line and put that play to a stop real fast.
2:10 to go in the first quarter. First quarter sponsors here today. First Dakota National Bank. For more than 150 years, they've been providing South Dakota families and businesses just like yours with personalized banking services. Member FDIC. All right, Bowman looking to pass. He's looking to the middle of the field. Paul up and off through the hands And that was intended for Carson Borg, the 6'1 junior.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision there by Bowman on that play. There are a lot of black jerseys around the receiver there, and I thought maybe he had something on the far side of the field. Yankton was having a late adjustment there in their secondary on the far side of the field. Either way, I don't know if Bowman saw anything on that he liked, and now all of a sudden 3rd and long here once again for the Golden Eagles.
Other first quarter sponsor is the UPS store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Empty backfield here on 3rd down. 5 receivers out in total. 3 far, 2 near. Bowman looking to the far side of the field to the left. Ball's up in the air, almost picked off by Bodie Thurman, but we're going to get a pass interference going on Thurman and the Bucks, and wow.
It certainly was one of the pass interference calls of all time, is all I'll say about that one. That looked clean to me from up here, but maybe there's something that the officials saw, and they are talking about it right now, but I don't know if that's the call they're going with here, but it was definitely a reaction to that throw.
Pass interference, defense, the 15-yard penalty from the previous spot results in a first down.
So a first down after the pass interference call. And now the Golden Eagles have some more life.
Yeah, and credit to them for getting the penalty call on that. I mean, to me, it looked like a football play, and I thought Thurman timed that really well. But either way, the officials don't agree with me on that, and that's why they get paid to be officials and I don't, and I'm paid to be up here. But either way, now fresh set of downs for Aberdeen, and if you're this Yankton defense, you just got to wipe it clean and move on to the next play.
And I'm just watching Brady Muth talk to the official. It's comedy in itself. And so we have a direct snap. Dahlman now goes up the middle of the field and gets to the 33. We have a flag coming in behind Aberdeen.
On the play. Ball carrier is Dahlman. Brought down by number 8, Bryce Crawl. Flag on the play.
And we have a lot of flags here. Holding going on the offense.
And once again, Aberdeen with a penalty there. That's the second first down penalty they've had on this drive. Kind of working themselves backwards early on some of these first downs. We'll see if they can adjust that as the game goes on. But a false start on a first down on this drive, then also now this holding penalty.
I like that earlier. That's definitely one of the pass interferences calls of all time. That's definitely one of them. Pure gold, Josh Boelter.
Pure gold. That's what I'm here for.
Josh Sterator.
That's what I'm here. Oh, no. Who's the other one? Dean Blandino.
Yeah. Would you rather me do the Sterator or Blandino with you every once in a while?
To quote the movie Superbad, why is it between that and Muhammad?
All right.
There's like some people who did not get that reference whatsoever.
Watch Superbad. Yeah. Not you kids. All right, so 3 receivers far side. Now Bowman rolls out to the far side. He's looking downfield with the pass. In the air, and picked off by Yankton. It's, I believe, Bodie Thurman on the far side. Gets to the 10 and still grinding forward. He is in the end zone, or did he? What is happening on the far side of the field?
We do have 2 penalties on the play. One that was thrown when the ball was in the air, and one late there, so I don't know what we're going to get here. There are a couple penalties, so we'll see what these calls are on this. I don't even know if the pick's going to stand.
There was like 3 different theaters of action going on. There was the end zone, there was the flag area, and then where I thought the ball was.
Yeah, there's a penalty down around where there was a giant huddle of players. So I don't know, maybe if there was an illegal block or something like that, but we'll see what it is. As the officials are talking here down at about the 10. As it stands, it would be, I believe, Yankton football inside that 10-yard line, but we'll wait and see what the call is. The Yankton defense is...
More than likely after the interception, right? Yeah.
The Yankton defense still is on the field, so I don't know if...
After the interception, we have aiding the runner on the return team. It's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Yankton. We also have a dead ball sideline warning on Aberdeen Central.
Aiding the runner. Now that's one I haven't heard either, to be honest with you. But
what?
Sorry. Aiding the runner. Either way, so let's break it down here. Yankton gets their second pick here the first quarter.
It was Bodie Thurman, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Bodie Thurman on the play. They now have the ball here inside the Aberdeen 20 at about the 16 or 17-yard line.
Well, that was a weird play, but Yankton inside the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. Trips receivers far side. Nelson pitch option with Sirk on his immediate left. He does pitch to Sirk. Sirk has to reach back forward and now lunges forward to the 20. And we brought down, say, at the 18-yard line.
Not much on that one. Aberdeen was able to snuff out that pitch option on that play. Really neither Nelson carrying it or Cirque bounce outside was really an option on that play. Aberdeen did a great job of containing that.
Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 11 now as we have another flag coming in. And I think we have an eagle down.
I was going to say, I think there's a player down in the 2nd level of that defense for Aberdeen. I don't know if there's a penalty, but I think it's just that player's down.
All right, well, player is back up now. And we'll step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be right back here to Crane-Youngworth Field.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
All right, Yankton. Ball on the 18. Nelson back to pass. Pass out to the right side. Owen Isis brings it in the 15, cuts back to the 10. And be brought down at the 8-yard line, really close to that first down marker.
Yeah, nice play on that one. They follow the slant inside with Slaba. They then send Eidsness out on an arrow route. He gets some good space and a nice gain there on 2nd.
Maybe the last play of the quarter as we hand off out the middle, and I believe that was Cirque, and he'll be brought down at the, well, pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. Well, gain of 1 they're giving him, so 3rd and inches now for the Bucks.
Yeah, and I think this is just going to go
or
to the
4th down, rather, sorry.
Yeah, and this is going to go to the 2nd quarter. The clock is now at 37 minutes. It was at 0. I don't know if we're still in the 1st or what. Either way, Yankton lining up the snap here.
It's Halloween night here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
On the offense, number 8.
How is that a false start?
The clock had expired over here, at least on the scoreboard. I don't understand.
Okay, so the clock was reading 37 minutes. Obviously, there was a clock that ran out, but you can't hold the players accountable on the field for that.
Yeah, and that's game-changing there because now Yankton, I mean, instead of going for it on a 4th and 1, this is about a 4th and 6 here. I believe it was the end of the quarter, so I don't think there should have been a penalty, but I'm not sure.
Don't make us send Brayden down there.
We might have to send Brayden down there the way this is going. So I don't know why there was a penalty called in that situation other than the officials just didn't see the clock. But either way, the teams are walking to the sideline. Now they're flipping the side of the field here, Bryce. I don't understand calling a false start here. Maybe that's what the officials are talking about here at about the 10.
They're saying like maybe time just expired and go to the 2nd quarter. I guess we're about to find out.
That's something they're still talking about down there as teams are heading down to the other side of the field.
With the Bucks leading the Golden Eagles 13-0.
Okay, we're going to the 2nd quarter, they said, Josh, so we'll do that, and we'll try to investigate what's going on. But it's Yankton up 13-0. That's your scoreboard update brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. Their #1 goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they are truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATchiropracticandrehab.com. That quarterback is brought to you by Rise Fuel. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. We begin the 2nd quarter, we think.
And Yankees still going for it, but Bryce, the penalty is standing.
It's still there?
It's still standing there, but I don't understand that because the quarter had expired. Either way, Yankton going for it on about 4th and 6 or 4th and 7 here. What a wild turn of events, Bryce.
Mark that for the coach's corner. I have questions. And for the postgame.
Well, I think I know exactly where to find it game time-wise.
And now Easton Nelson back to pass. He's going to keep it himself, get to the 10, to the 5, lunges forward. I think he has the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the Aberdeen 4.5-yard line.
Well, I guess that's the ultimate ball don't lie, I suppose. First down for the Bucks there on the scramble from Easton Nelson. They're now lined up inside the 5 here and running the line fast, Bryce.
Here we go, and now a handoff to Sirk. He's at the 5 and stood up by the Golden Eagles. I will give Aberdeen credit. Their run defense up the middle, maybe not in the first few, sets of downs, but they've really been hard to run through.
Yeah, they have been hard to run through, and they've done a great job up front inside the interior of that defense.
And now handoff Sirk, bounces to the outside to the 5, and gains a few on the play. They're down to the Aberdeen 2-yard line.
Down to the 2, and I think we could potentially maybe see that buck truck here, Bryce. This is usually that
I forgot
situation.
the sound effect.
And they're lining up for the buck truck here, Bryce.
Boop, boop. Here we go. Yankton buck truck. Here we go. Yeah, we have flags. Remind me for next week to get the buck truck.
Yeah, got to get the buck truck. That's something that's going to be a Monday conversation.
On the offense, the 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So Yankton can't catch a break right now. A false start going on the Bucks that will back them up, and I doubt, Josh, we're going to see the buck truck again.
Yeah, now all of a sudden 3rd and goal from about the 8 or 9 here. Wouldn't be surprised, though, once again, if this is 2-down territory. Yankton's been aggressive. We just saw them go for it on a 4th and 6 and convert. This is an empty set here for the Bucks right now.
All right, empty backfield, as you mentioned. Now Connor Slaba will be in motion. Near the far side, Nelson back to pass. Pressure on the right side, steps up. He's looking toward the end zone, pump fake, keeps himself at the 5, and is just grinding forward back to the 2-yard line, back where they initially had set up for the buck truck. Josh, I think they're going to bring it back.
Yeah, what about Easton Nelson on that play? Pump fake with the spin, getting a nice gain out of that.
Same time, too.
Yeah, same time, and able to make this a situation where they can go for it. We'll see if they go to that buck truck. I don't think so. They're actually bringing in Matthew Sheldon here in the backfield with 2 outright.
Well, that's a different kind of truck right there, is Matthew Sheldon. As Easton Nelson rolled to the right side. And spin move again is brought down in the backfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line and be a turnover on downs. Aberdeen Central will take over deep in their own territory.
A nice response there by this Aberdeen defense. They go ahead and get the sack on that play, on the rollout pass. Nelson didn't see anything down the field, and Aberdeen was able to capitalize. And now this offense with 2 picks in this first half, or in that first quarter, they're going to start it with a 1st down at about their own 10.
Weird things happen in Aberdeen games, Josh.
Yeah, what is a game clock? Am I right? That's the one I will remember from this one.
10:15 to go here in the first half. Yankton leads 13-0. It's Dahlman, direct snap to the running back. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. That's basically it. And say a gain of about half a yard, but we'll just say 2nd and 10 coming up for the Golden Eagles.
Nothing on that one. We saw Dahlman with a couple nice gains earlier in this game on some of those direct snaps. Nothing to be found on that play, though. Nice job of the Yankton defense.
Riker Frang on the tackle. Aberdeen breaking their huddle. It's going to be Bowman again. And to his immediate left is Dahlman. Nope, reverse that. It's going to be Dahlman taking the direct snap, and a pass out to the middle of the field is brought in for an Aberdeen 1st down. And that is Cordell Ricklick. We know that name. 6-foot junior for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, jump pass out of that. We talked about it. Like I said, his brother over there, Trevin, kind of gave me a tip on that. Every now and then they like to pass out of that direct snap on those, and you saw it right there on that one.
Is Brayden throwing chairs over there?
I think Brayden is throwing chairs over there.
All right, Aberdeen 1st down. Single back set, 1 receiver each side. Dahlman takes the snap, gives that to the left side to the 30, and hit hard out of bounds at the Aberdeen 32. And right at that 1st down marker, they are going to... Are they short? They're just short, so 2nd and short for the Eagles.
Yeah, 2nd, a few inches here, and I think Aberdeen's going to go right back to that power back formation and just try to move the chains here.
So Aberdeen's starting to get a little bit of a rhythm here on their offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been through run the football. When they've had success today, it's been with that power run formation with Dahlman out of the backfield, and then, of course, draw them in with some play action on that. Now there is a whistle, maybe a timeout here.
Aberdeen Central.
Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, this is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
Very own Brayden Butler comes in here and gives us his takes.
They were similar to mine. That's all we'll say about that.
Very similar mindset right there for very own Brayden Butler. As Aberdeen will have 2nd and 1 going for that first down to try to move the chains.
Yeah, 2nd and very short. We've talked about that power back formation with Dahlman, and I would be surprised if you see it again.
And you do, as Dahlman goes up the middle, has plenty for the first down, and then some, gets to the 38-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, moving the chains once again. Power run, power run, power run. Aberdeen's got a simple formula, but sometimes formulas to work, they can be simple, and you're seeing it here on this drive where they started at their own 10, getting a couple first downs here.
If it ain't broke.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And they'll come back into the same formation again. It'll be Dahlman. At this point, I'm just going to call him the quarterback. He's taking more snaps at that position than Bowman so far. Direct snap, Dahlman. It's past the 40 and gets to the, they're going to give him credit to the 41, so gain of 3 in the play.
Yeah, Bryce Krall did a good job of standing Dahlman up on that play, meeting him at that level at the line there. Nice play by Bryce Krall.
2nd and 7 for the Golden Eagles. 8:13 to go in the first half.
And every now and then, you still got to be aware, even though Aberdeen's going to that power formation, every now and then they either like to throw out of it or maybe they'll have your Bauman take a snap and throw the ball, but see what happens here on 2nd and 7.
All right, now Bowman, that's different Golden Eagle, but he takes a direct snap himself, gets past the 40 and stumbles forward, Josh, to the 42-yard line. I believe that was Colby Dowin, the 6'1 sophomore.
Yeah, getting creative with it, trying to bounce it out. And I think he had a couple yards to gain there, just kind of tripped maybe over his own feet or something there. Now 3rd and about 6, and you got to think Aberdeen, now they're in a passing situation here. Let's see how they respond and what they do.
If Trevin Ricklick comes out as quarterback, Cordell, would Trevin ever let us forget it?
I don't think he would.
All right, we have in the back, it'll be Dowin be taking the direct snap. Rolls to the near side. He is looking to pass. Pass out to Ricklick. Pass in the air, and it drops at the Yankton 35. Nice coverage on the play by Bodie Thurman.
Yeah, good job there by Bodie Thurman, and he's having a really nice night, Bryce. I mean, what we'll call a pass breakup, even though it won't go down as that in the stats. But, once again, right there with a nice play, not being fooled by a little bit of trickery there on the edge, and now this Yankton defense getting off the field again.
Bodie Swayze Thurman, a great defensive night. In this secondary, the last, 8 weeks, it's just been incredible.
Yeah, they've been really great, really, since that Harrisburg game. This team on defense especially has started to click.
Slava back to return this punt. He hovers around the 30, calls for a fair catch at the 26-yard line. Excuse me, maybe the 25. We'll see. And that's where Yankton offense will take over.
Yeah, and obviously a frustrating possession for Yankton their last drive. They got the ball starting inside the 15, weren't able to convert and get any points out of it. But now let's see how they respond to that, up 2 scores.
6:57 to go in the first half. 2 receivers far, 1 near. Evan Sirk, the lone back for Yankton. Easton Nelson in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Handoff, Sirk. Sirk off the left side, up the middle, has a lot of room, and he breaks free. No, he's brought down by the ankles at the Yankton 47-yard line. Talking 6 inches away from him getting all the way to the house.
Yeah, and by the way, we forgot to mention, I think, at one point, but obviously over 1,000 yards now this season. Yeah, credit to him, Evan Sirk. But, when he hits that second level, it's really special, Bryce.
Yeah, good point. I kind of forgot to mention that. And now Easton Nelson goes out to the outside. Will keep it himself. He was looking downfield most of the play, and no gain.
And nothing on that one. And Aberdeen's doing a good job of getting some pressure in the pass game. Yankton really yet to get that pass game going here outside of maybe, I think, 1 or 2 plays. But we'll see if they can if that continues to be a theme throughout the game.
Easton Nelson, handoff, Cirque. Out the middle, and is brought down behind the line. Loss of 2, maybe 3 actually on the play. Gonna bring up third and let's say third and 12 for the Bucks.
Yeah, 3rd and 12 now. Yankton obviously in a passing situation here, but you always got to remember that Easton Nelson, he has the threat with his legs, so let's see what happens here.
Carson Ness in motion. It'll be 3 receivers on the near side, empty far side. Nelson, pass out to Slava at the 50, turns upfield, gets to the 45, to the 40, and is angled out of bounds. He will have enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. The con man does it again.
Nice job by Connor Slava and a good ball from Easton Nelson. He gave his guy a chance to do something with it in space, and Slava did a good job of making a man miss on that tackle there and getting the first down. Big play there from Yankton.
Slava, motion near to far. Nelson, handoff Cirque. Ultimate to the 35, to the 34. Maybe all the way to the 33, depends on the marking, and a gain of about 5 yards on the play for the senior running back.
And once again, just getting Cirque going, that's the key, is now they got a 2-back set here with Matthew Sheldon in there as well.
And Matthew Sheldon will get the handoff, and he'll go off to the left tackle, and a gain of a yard on the play. One of the hardest fought 1-yard gains in history.
Yeah, and I know you're thinking immediately 3rd and 4 here. Will Yankton go to the pass game? That obviously is an option, but don't be surprised if Yankton maybe runs this ball, as it is about 3rd and 4 from the 32. As I say that, they go empty set anyways and forget everything I just said.
And that will be a first down for Yankton because Aberdeen just jumped off sides.
Yeah, big play there. Get him on the snap count, and now all of a sudden Yankton with a fresh set of downs. That's huge there on that penalty.
Offside on the defense. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So that will move Yankton forward, getting closer and closer to that Midwest Insurance Agency red zone, Josh.
Yeah, closer and closer. Nice little drive here to start, including that play from Slava a couple plays ago.
Nelson, quick pass out to Slava at his feet, incomplete pass.
Nelson's pass intended
and bring up second down.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that one, maybe if the ball slipped or skipped or maybe even got tipped at the line or something, but either way, fell short on that ball.
4:55 to go in the first half. Yankton leads 13-0. They have the ball in Aberdeen territory at the Aberdeen 27-yard line. Hand up to Matthew Sheldon up the middle. And gets forward and gains a yard on the carry.
Now, let me tell you, credit to this Aberdeen defense. Yankton, they've had to earn every yard on the ground here tonight. This Aberdeen defense is playing really, really well.
So 3rd down now for the Bucks. And now Nelson back to pass. Drops back, now rolls. Under some pressure and fires it, and interception for Aberdeen at the 18. And going to the far side for the Golden Eagles on the interception was, looking for a number, and I believe that's Carson Borg, the 6'1 junior, gets all the way into Yankton territory at the Yankton 48.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure there from Aberdeen. Borg did a nice job of jumping the play and getting a pick, and that's big for this Aberdeen offense. Now they have 4 minutes left of the clock here, down 2 scores. Remember, Aberdeen did defer to the second half, so they're going to get possession here to start, so they can get a score here. All of a sudden, all the momentum is on Aberdeen's side, and I think there was a penalty here
Blindside block.
on Aberdeen, so that'll put them back 15 yards.
15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It looks like they're saying that spot happened about the 35, so this should put Aberdeen all the way back at the 20. That's a huge swing there in momentum. Looked like Aberdeen was going to have this in plus territory. Now all of a sudden all the way back at their own 21. That's huge on that penalty.
It's a difference of 30 yards. So, I mean, huge, I guess, benefit for Yankton. Obviously, you don't want the interception at all, but either way, Aberdeen now has a lot more green to gain, Josh. And like you said, they're getting the ball in the second half.
Yeah, so let's see what they can do with it here. Obviously, they can make it a one-score game before halftime. Have plenty of time to do it, and I believe they have 2 of their timeouts left as well.
And Dahlman will take the direct snap for the Golden Eagles. And we'll reverse it now on the far side with the carry. That was...
Inside handoff.
Who was that?
To number 13 for the Golden Eagles.
I don't have a 13 on here.
Brought down by...
Say that, but I'll say
they don't
this.
either.
I'll say this about the about the Yankton defense, though. Aberdeen's gone to that sweep out of that Dahlman package a couple times here today, and Yankton has done a good job of containing that, a yard, if any, on that play. Good job, because that sweep is moving so fast. That is so impressive by Aberdeen, how fast they move that. Yankton, their ability to respond has been great.
Who's number 13? I'm concerned now. Mystery Golden Eagle takes the snap, goes off to the middle of the field, and is brought down right at the 22. Almost no gain on the play.
Yeah, nothing on that one for the mystery man. Here now, 3rd and 9. Expect maybe a pass on this play. And if you're Yankton, if you can get a stop here, you have 3 timeouts. Get the ball back to the offense before halftime, obviously, here. See what they dial up on 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Once again here for Aberdeen as they're breaking the huddle. 3:07 to play. 13-0 is your score here in the first half. 2 receivers left, 2 right here, Bryce, on this snap for Bowman.
All right, Bowman back to pass. Under some pressure. Pass out to the right side. It is brought in. And be enough for an Aberdeen first down on the reception. Josh Colby Dowen again. He came into the game averaging 85 receiving yards per game. And another Golden Eagle first down.
Yeah, and Dowen was wide open on that curl route there. Nice conversion on a big 3rd down on that one. Now Aberdeen, they can run some clock here and see if they can get some points before halftime.
Look at Alex Kopp in there. Yankton P&D in the Superman costume.
Yeah, Clark Kent over there.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Secret
Clark
identity.
Kent / Superman. Yeah, the secret identity.
2:49 to go in the first half. 13-0. Yankton leads Aberdeen, and direct snap. Dahlman brought down behind the line. Actually, they're going to give him forward progress at the line, so no gain.
Yeah, nothing on that one. Edley Amaro in on the tackle on that one. Nothing to gain there.
And so 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Your Avera halftime report will be here, so don't go anywhere. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard. Words are hard sometimes.
Words are hard. You know, now we sit here, Aberdeen, you're in a situation. Clock's running down, 2:12 to play here in the first half, 2 timeouts. They are coming out with trips left, so let's keep an eye here on the pass game on this one.
And now a kind of a pop pass forward, and that is to Dahlman and to the 39-yard line. Would that count as a pass?
Yeah, that is a pass, and that's actually very similar if you watch the Nebraska-Ohio State game over the weekend, or last weekend. Well, you know, Nebraska did score on that play, so
that's true.
You know.
Hey, I think you're happy with your Huskers overall.
It's okay. Ups and downs.
Are you happier than last year?
Yeah. Either way, the point is, you know, the play works, and good teams win, great teams cover. That's all I'll say about that Nebraska game.
Here we go. 1.5 to go in the first half. Ball at the Aberdeen 39. We have a timeout on the field.
Aberdeen Central.
Taken by Aberdeen. Timeouts brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job and a new career, it's Hedro. Visit hedro.com. We'll be back here in 30 seconds from Crane-Youngworth Field-Yankton Bucks football.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter, the man, the myth. And Aberdeen has the ball with 1:25 on the clock to go basically the length of the field, and they will get the ball entering the second half.
Yeah, and we'll see how aggressive they are here. 3rd and 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to that power package once again, try to get the first down.
And it is Dahlman with the power package. Goes to the near side of the field to the 40, and we'll have a hold going on in the backfield, and this will back up the Golden Eagles.
Obviously, that's big there for Yankton. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long here for Aberdeen. You can play back a little bit and force them to have to throw here. See how aggressive Aberdeen chooses to be. Obviously, maybe looking here, trying to avoid go down any further and try to get a first down here, but see what happens now on 3rd, about 13 here for Aberdeen.
That is number 13, okay.
Okay, so we figured out the mystery man is 13. We still don't know your name. Identify yourself, sir.
Yeah, and the only number 13 on any Aberdeen roster that I can find is a freshman. So we'll see. Maybe. 1:20 on the clock here to go in the first half. Aberdeen with a 3rd and long. See if anything can get a big stop here. Single back set, 3 receivers right side. Bowman. Pass to the middle of the field. No, to the outside. And a push off for Aberdeen. Incomplete anyway. And that was Colby Dowen.
Yeah, incomplete on that one. I thought maybe for a second there he came down with that. Now the clock stopped. Yankton got a minute left here. You got 3 timeouts. We'll see how this punt return goes. But Yankton could choose to throw this ball down the field here when they get it back and try to go up 3 scores going into half.
Well, you know what you and I want to see. Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Little Giants.
Little Giants. They got John Madden for that movie, right?
What's that?
John Madden was in that movie, right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
He made a cameo. Connor Slava back to return. Lets the ball die at the 38-yard line. Yankton territory. That's where Yankton will take over.
Yeah, Yankton taking over, and they've had some trouble getting it going in the pass game. Some really good pressure from Aberdeen tonight. See if they can adjust to that as this drive goes on, and obviously throughout the second half.
1:04 on the clock. Plenty of time for this Yankton offense, the way they operate. 1 receiver each side. It'll be Matthew Sheldon, the lone back, with Easton Nelson. 2 blocking backs. They're stood up. And quarterback keeper, Nelson, to the near side and rumbles his way forward to the 42, maybe the 41, and just shy of the first down by a couple yards.
Yeah, they got that to about, I think, about the 46 or so on that play. Nice little run there on the quarterback designed run.
2nd and 2, Matthew Sheldon gets the carry. He'll have the first down, and he'll be stood up at the 47-yard line, and that's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Timeout, Yankton.
Timeout taken by Yankton. We'll step aside as well. Timeouts brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. If you're looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks playoff football on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Hungry for the best chicken wings in town? Then head to Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether you're craving mild, hot, or something with a kick, they've got the wings that will keep you coming back for more. They'll have every NFL game on so you won't miss a moment of the action. Grab a cold one, cheer on your favorite team, and enjoy the ultimate game day atmosphere. Wings, football, friends, it's all at Checkers. Open daily for all of your wing cravings.
All right, first down for the Bucks. 39 seconds to go on the clock here in the first half. Easton Nelson takes the snap, looking to pass. Looking to the near side. Looking for Slava, brings it in at the 40. Maybe the 39. Well, they're going to mark him really short of where he was. And that's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Bucks.
Yeah, and that's a safe throw there towards the sideline. Slava did a good job of coming back to the ball. A good ball from Nelson, and gained a few yards in that play.
Nelson again to pass. Pass to the middle of the field. No one is there except for a Golden Eagle, and is intercepted. 2nd interception of the game for Carson Borg, the 6'1 junior. And now Aberdeen will take over with 28 seconds, and maybe they'll take 2 or 3 big shots down the field.
And a bit of a miscommunication there. I'm not sure who was right on that one. It looked like Ness had sat down on a curl route about 10 yards down the field, and it looked like Nelson was thinking it was a go on that play, and he threw a shot down the field, and some kind of miscommunication there between the 2 seniors.
You know, Yankton making some last-second adjustments defensively, and we have a timeout taken by Yankton to try to clean things up. Yankton just trying to get things in order before halftime, and hopefully they can spend the halftime looking toward the second half. It's one of those things you want to go into a break, Josh, with things in order.
Right, get things in order here. Your defense has played really well, gotten some stops here, obviously pitching a shutout here so far through the first half. Offense, some things to clean up, obviously a couple turnovers. We talked about how good this Aberdeen defense is at forcing turnovers. They forced 2 picks, and this, and obviously Yankton has as well. But either way, not the cleanest half of football from either offense for sure.
Second quarter sponsors, Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home, and FNBO. Yankton Sports are brought to you by FNBO, the great big small bank. Proud to serve our community for more than 165 years. Stop by your local branch or visit fnbo.com, member FDIC. That sack earlier in the game from Talon Kenny is brought to you by Vantage Financial. Contact Adam Walter, Vantage Financial today. Search Adam Walter, Vantage Financial. And we have the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles offense going to be taking over on their own.
A reminder that we ask that
12.
you remaining in the bleachers until further notice. Parents, please keep track of your children during this time. Thank you.
And we have Bowman out to pass, passes out to the right side, and a very small gain on the far by that receiver, and I think that is a Brody Ace-off.
And Bryce, we do have an update for you on your mystery man, number 13. That is Porter Lasinski.
That was going to be my guess.
That was your first guess?
That was my first guess.
Yeah, so Porter Lasinski, we have figured you out. We found out who you are. Either way now, second about 9 here from Aberdeen at about their own 12 or so with 23 seconds left to play in the first half.
All right, now Bowman takes the chest high snap, hand off to Dahlman. Dahlman up the middle of the field and is brought down at the 19. I think Aberdeen is content just running this thing out.
Yeah, and I think so. Not a bad half of football at all. Their defense has played really well here, keeping this within a couple scores going into the half. And, let's see if that offense can get anything going in the second half, considering they do start with the football here in the second half.
All right, that ends the first half. Yankton leads 13-0. That's your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard update. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they are truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.com. We'll come back with your Avera halftime report, your out-of-town scoreboard, as well as game stats and much more coming up here from Crane-Youngworth Field.
FM 1021 and AM 1450, KYNT, Yankton.
Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Did you ever hear that bedbugs transmit serious diseases like hepatitis and are only found in filthy living conditions? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. Bedbugs don't transmit diseases, but they do bite, leaving behind red and itchy welts, and can be found in the cleanest of places, even hospitals and five-star hotels. And that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation bedbugs, rodents, and termites can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to SWATchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
Quality tarps shipped today. Get back to work faster with Sherco's Express Tarps program. Convenient same-day shipping on replacement tarps designed to fit the most common trailer makes and models. Manufactured with superior quality materials, workmanship, and customer service, Sherco Express Tarps will have you back in the field and on the road in no time. For additional details and to learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than to admit they probably don't have enough. That's why I, your State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call me, Rhonda Westland, your State Farm agent in Yankton at 665-4411 and put the life back in life insurance.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
At Larry's Heating and Cooling, during the October sale, get a new furnace for $55 a month.
Oh, come on, Mr. Announcer. Let's have some enthusiasm. This is a big deal. I mean, a new 96% high-efficiency furnace for as low as $55 per month. The energy savings alone will probably make the payment for you.
You're right. That is a big deal. Get a new high energy efficient furnace for only $55 a month during the October sale.
Better at Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Conquer the day and reach new heights with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise Fuel is ready to help elevate your performance. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or the track, Rise Fuel has your back. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise to the challenge with Rise Fuel. Ignite your passion and dominate your game.
All right, welcome to the Avera Halftime Report. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter and the man that you were here to listen to, Brayden Butler. Brayden, it is time for Out of Town Scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. Quarterfinal scores and whatever else you want to go over. Brayden, what's going on out there?
Well, to the tens of people that tune into KYNT and KYNTV to hear me, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us. But we'll start with, there's only one area game taking place outside of Class 11 AA, so we'll start with that. Avon is up at the half on Canastota, 8-0 in that one. It's taking place in Avon. Now looking around 11 AA, Pierre is up big, the 4 seed, up on Spearfish, 40-12. That one's in the fourth quarter. The number 3 seed, Brookings, is up 23-13 on T area. And the number 2 seed, Watertown, currently shutting out Huron, edging towards the halftime break, 28-0. So the closest game right now in Class 11 AA is 23-13 between Brookings and T area at the half in Brookings. And then our score right here, 13-0, Yankton up 2 scores on Aberdeen Central.
Thank you, Brayden. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. Again, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. And we are sitting in the broadcast booth, brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct, 605-653-2250. And we'll take another break, come back, and hopefully have your first half stats here as we get ready for the second half of action. It's the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles taking on the Yankton Bucks in the quarterfinal round of the 11 AA playoffs right here on KYNT and KYNTV.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments.
With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox.
Contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
Introducing the perfect match for your Yankton High School sports nights. Ben's Brew Station and KYN-TV. Whether it's a hard spike, exciting goal, or the biggest Friday night football matchup, we're here to ramp up your spirit and bring the video streaming excitement to you. Gather your friends, your family, and tune into the action. Cheer for every moment with the area's biggest Yankton sports fans. Ben's Brew Station is your sideline seat to unforgettable high school sports moments. If KYN-TV is streaming it, it's on at Ben's Brew Station.
South Dakota Coyote basketball is just around the corner. Stewart for three, splash! Cold-blooded Caleb Stewart from straight away. Season tickets and 10 and 20 game flex plans are available now. The Coyotes open their season in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center with a doubleheader Monday, November 4th.
Coyotes on the move. It's Larkin's jump pass out. Close to board for three. Yes!
Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, are you looking to get down and dirty with full-time benefits and great pay? This is Luke from Hydro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team where every day is something new, from electrical and all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Hydro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hydro, you will be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today. Jobs.hydro.com. That's jobs.hydro.com. Search Yankton.
Do you think the politicians in Pierre could do a better job of listening to you? Then how about Harns?
I'm Paul Harns. As a former high school teacher, I believe my students did a better job of listening to each other than politicians do. If I'm elected, I promise to act more like them. Listening and working together is what's best for District 18.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
Are you a business owner looking to offer your employees some benefits? We can help. Missouri River Associates offers all the major health insurance carriers, along with group life, dental, vision, and more. Give me, Jen Great, a call today to review your business and employee needs.
Your income is essential and irreplaceable, so protect it with disability income insurance. Get coverage that keeps you secure if life takes an unexpected turn. Disability income allows you to receive income even when you can't work, because your financial security shouldn't depend on your health. Give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates, a call.
A new choice for Pierre. Lauren Nelson for District 18 Senate.
Some people say I'm running with an agenda. I'm Lauren Nelson. Well, the only mission I have is to do my best for you, the voters of District 18. I want to listen and talk to you. I want to take your concerns or issues and fight for them in Pierre.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
¿Está buscando una casa para comprar? Me llamo Deb Speck de Vision Real Estate y puedo ayudarle a encontrar la casa perfecta. Yo sé que la barrera del idioma puede ser difícil, pero puedo facilitar el proceso. Escoja a un agente que se habla español. Envíeme un mensaje de texto 605-661-9398.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfasts and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Welcome back to the very halftime report. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. We'll turn our attention toward your first half stats, and that is brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Yeah, taking a look at it here in the first half. We'll start with the visiting Golden Eagles. Brayden Bowman, 16 passing yards. However, he's got 2 interceptions, including a pick 6 by Matthew Sheldon. Joey Dahlman leading the way rushing. He's got 11 rushing yards on the day. He's also got an 11-yard pass to Cordell Ricklick, who's tied in receiving yards at 11 from the night with Colby Dowen for Aberdeen. Over on the Yankton side of things, Easton Nelson, maybe not his best night at the office in the first half so far. 32 yards passing and 2 interceptions. He does have 41 yards on the ground, though. Connor Slava, the leading receiver, with 22 yards. Evan Sirk, once again on offense, leading the way, 58 rushing yards. He's got a rushing touchdown on the evening. Then Matthew Sheldon, he's got 10 yards rushing and then that pick six that we talked about as well.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Yankton School District Alumni Association is asking for all alumni and friends to register online. Search for Yankton Alumni to register and stay up to date on all alumni and district happenings, or open your phone camera and scan the QR code on the screen for more details. We'll take another break, come back, and we'll get ready for second half action here at Crane-Youngworth Field. I'm Bryce alongside Josh Boelter right here on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfortable shoes for the whole family. From athletics and work boots to sandals and dress, we have you covered by our popular brands like Brooks, New Balance, Birkenstock, Red Wing, Keen, and so many more. Shop our location downtown at 313 Cedar Street or visit us online at bostonshoestoboots.com. Boston Shoes to Boots, your footwear expert since 1915.
During October, Yankton Thrive is highlighting careers with our local manufacturers.
I'm Chelsea Sautel. I work at Aztec Industries as a material handler. Manufacturing is it for me. The way it works with my schedule is perfect. So I drop the kids off at daycare, go to work. I'm off work by the time they get out of school. Any sports events, any concerts, any events that they have, I'm available for.
Discover local career opportunities in manufacturing at yanktonsd.com.
Investing in your home is easier and more fun when you have local choices. This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors, free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer, Upper Midwest Garage Door. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
It's never a good time to find yourself stuck on the side of the road. When you do, call Gary's Towing, your trusted family-owned towing service, serving the Yankton area for over 50 years. Whether it's light, medium, or heavy towing, they've got the right equipment and the experience to get you back on the road fast. Day or night, call Gary, Mike, or Mason, 665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
God, family, country. Those are my 3 foundational principles. They have not changed, and neither have I. I live by them, and I vote by them, and I put your interests first. My name is Julie Auk, and I am asking you to re-elect me for the House of Representatives this November 5th. I truly believe South Dakota is the greatest state because of our Christian values. I treasure my family, and I will continue to put you, your family, before the bureaucracy.
Paid for by Julie Auk for House.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, machine operators, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
All right, welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter, and second half action is just about here. But Josh, let's get into our second half focus, aka our keys to the second half. Brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty simple for both teams. It's clean up the turnovers, 2 interceptions apiece. I think it's really in that passing game. If you clean up the turnovers and get the passing game going for either of these teams, and I really just think that's as simple as it is with the key for the second half.
All right, team's getting ready. Yankton will kick off to Aberdeen, and Aberdeen found a lot of success in that power running game.
Yeah, they did, and you looked at it.
At least as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, Joey Dahlman, he had 37 rushing yards in the first half, and really they started attacking that after that first drive or so. They started going to that play and that package with Dahlman, and it worked. Yankton was able to get stops out of it, but still a few first downs were gained there by Dahlman on that, so it's something to keep an eye on going into the second half. And once again, we talked about how they like to throw out of that formation every now and then too, so that's something to keep an eye on if you're this Yankton defense.
Number 21, Dowling.
Timmy Trumpets, here we go.
Timmy Trumpets with Edwin Diaz. Then again, I'd rather just never talk about New York baseball again after this last week.
I know. You made the World Series, Josh.
Yeah.
Twins have players retiring at 26.
I'll have to share an article with you, basically how they had Dodgers players talking about how the Yankees. Yeah, it was basically. I'll share it with you sometime.
All right. Bucks football here, Halloween night. Quarterfinal round. Yankton leads 13-0 over Aberdeen and kicks off to the Eagles. And is brought in at the 15 to the far side of the field. And brought down at the 33-yard line. On the return was Colby Dowen, the 6'1 sophomore.
Nice return on that one by Dowen, and all of a sudden they're sitting in good field position here. So we talked about how well Aberdeen ran the football in that first half. Let's see if they try to go back to it here and try to force the issue and make this a quick game in the sense if you're running the ball, that clock's going to be obviously running quicker, and let's see if they try to make this a shorter game via the run.
All right, and Aberdeen's first setup here. 2 receivers on the near side. Bowman back to pass to the near side. Dowen, they're dead at target, excuse me. And Bodie Thurman there to break it up.
And I thought for a second there, it looked like Dowen got open on that play on a little curl route, but Bowman had sailed it just a little bit, and that gave Bodie a chance to recover there and break that pass up.
Yeah, kind of a late delivery, a late read, I guess you'd say. And I was kind of thinking interception there for a second.
Yeah, it hung up in the air there a bit, like you said. I thought maybe for a second there that would have been Bodie's second pick of the day, but either way, now 2nd and 10 here for Aberdeen.
And now it will be, again, we're going to see that power running from Joey Dahlman. And the snap. Handoff. Dahlman. And he gets to the 40 and is brought down. And that's a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, and that they treated, looking at their Dahlman as more of their traditional back on that play. About a gain of 6 or 7 on this, and now 3rd and 3. Don't be surprised if they go right to that power package here to try to pick up a first down.
3rd and 3 Eagles. Trailing Yankton is 13-0. We heard Pierre well on their way to a possible matchup here at Crane-Youngworth Field if Yankton can take care of business here tonight. And under center, Bowman. And Edley Amaro is going to jump off sides on the near side. And that will move Aberdeen forward.
Yeah, and that's tough. He's had some struggles with that over the last few weeks. And giving up a first down there on a 3rd and 3 play, that's big, especially in a close game like this. Aberdeen getting a fresh set of downs off the Yankton penalty.
10:52 on the clock here in the 3rd. And it'll be Dahlman. Behind Bowman under center. We have a false start going on the right side. They're going to get Jack Birch, the 6'6 junior.
Yeah, moved just a little bit too much on that one, and it's going to send those.
Flag going on the near side. They're going to get Coach Muth and Sportsmanlike on the near side as well.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what they're talking about, but you saw that penalty fly down there. And obviously, with where the ball is placed, that's going to put Aberdeen at about the Yankton 45 with a fresh, well, obviously a first down, but 1st and 10 instead in plus territory.
Coach Watch 2024. I'd love to see what's going on down there. Coach Huber is going to move him back to the sideline, calm down Coach Muth, and we'll see. But now it is 1st and 15 for the Golden Eagles.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Yankton. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Or never mind. Actually, they haven't assessed anything yet. My bad.
Well, either way, the penalty down there is still down on the field. I believe they called a false start, and then after flagged Coach Muth with some kind of unsportsmanlike. Obviously, something was probably said there that maybe officials didn't like or agree with what Coach Muth had to say. But now, either way, got to wipe it clean, and Aberdeen start with a first down here at about the Yankton 45.
Bowman under center. Play action. Rolling it to the right side. Pass downfield. Up and tipped away by Kale, the Warhorse Hazelhorst.
Really good timing on that one from Hazelhorst. He's been a ball hawk this year. Multiple interceptions throughout the season. Timing that one right and getting a hand in there and breaking up the pass.
6 interceptions.
See, I couldn't remember if it was 5 or 6. So
I
didn't want to say 5. And
that's not my memory. That's just me just having it down on a sheet of paper. I know it's a lot. No, but leading the team. And he just had a few big games with multiple interceptions. But more than that, Josh, a lot of games with just a lot of knockdowns like that one.
And you know what? A pass breakup is one of the more satisfying plays to watch and at any level of football. And you saw another one right there from Hazelhorst.
2nd and 10, handoff, Dahlman, middle, gain of a yard, and just brought down hard. Right after that, that's Bryce, the best name in the game, Crawl.
Yeah, and I think Thomas Reardon got in on that play too, potentially. And couple linebackers there for Yankton making a nice stop on that. Now 3rd and 9 here for Aberdeen. Let's see what they draw up here. See if they go back to the pass game. They've been a little bit more aggressive with the pass in this drive. We've seen them go to it a couple times in this. Really to no success so far, but see if they can dial up something here on 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 for the Eagles. 2 receivers near side. Bowman drops back. Pass right side. It's up and intercepted by Yankton. The Warhorse, Kale Hazelhorst, with his 7th interception of the season. Yankton Buck football.
And I think you're going to have to update that stat sheet there, Bryce. 7 interceptions. Count them, 7 for Kale Hazelhorst. He did a nice job of wrestling away that football and a big turnover there. The 3rd pick caused by this Yankton defense here tonight. Nice job, Yankton responding on that and getting the ball back to this offense to start the 3rd quarter.
All right, Easton Nelson and company. And Nelson pitch option. He'll keep it himself. Go up the middle to the 33-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, a little 3-yard gain on that. Looks like he had the option to pitch it out. Chose to keep it. Got a couple yards on that one.
Seemed to choose early.
Yeah,
on that one.
And you got to be really decisive on those. You got to be patient, but at the same time, when you see the read, you got to go.
Handoff Cirque, and Cirque will be brought down behind the line. And he had a great opening drive, maybe the first 2 drives of the first half, Josh. But Aberdeen has really started to slow Cirque, and Matthew Sheldon's runs up the middle way down.
And you got to remember, 6 of those points from Yankton came from a pick 6 here. So this offense really hasn't had a ton of success outside that first drive.
Saba in motion. Now Nelson rolling near side, looking downfield, and intended target Carson Ness. It was a nice effort, but incomplete right at the Yankton 48.
Yeah, and a 3-and-out here for Yankton. Aberdeen's defense responding once again. They've been up to the challenge here tonight against the dynamic Yankton offense, and hasn't really found a ton of success tonight.
8:51 to go in the 3rd. Yankton leads 13-0. Matthew Sheldon will receive the punting snap at his own 20. Ace-off back to return for the Eagles. Low snap, and Sheldon barely gets that one off. It's a line drive punt, and as good as you can get in that situation is it takes a Yankton roll to the Aberdeen 32-yard line. That's where they will set up shop.
Yeah, good punt there from Sheldon. I thought that was going to get blocked for sure, and he did a good job of getting that off and making sure it was just right. And a nice little punt there, and at the very least, you flip the field a little bit here if you're this Yankton defense and special teams. Now asked to go back out and answer the call once again and getting that turnover on the last drive. Hazelhorst with the pick. See what they can do here again. I mean, between these last 2 weeks, these defense and special teams have forced a combined 11 turnovers here in about 6 quarters and some change.
8:42 to go in the 3rd. Now Aberdeen. It's Bowman in the shotgun. Has Dahlman to his immediate right. Bowman Quick pass out to the left side. Ace off, brings it in. He's at the 30. Spin move, gets to the 35. We have a flag coming out in the Yankton secondary, and
I think this might be a hold on Aberdeen. I think that receiver on the outside had held a Yankton corner out there. I didn't see the numbers quite, but they are pointing.
Coach
down.
Booth is not happy, so I don't think this is going against Yankton.
Holding.
No,
On the
okay.
offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Yeah, and I think that was holding out there on that boundary outside there on the bubble screen. It looked like a receiver had one of the Yankton corners, and a bit of a bear hug there is how I'll put it.
Boelter Blandino strikes again.
Yes. Rules analyst.
Rules analyst, Boelter Blandino.
Now, if only I could get the, if you've ever seen the video or the photos of Team Blandino, he was on the Jerry Jones party bus back in the day. That's the goal. Just get on the Jerry Jones party bus.
You have to have goals in life, Josh. All right, and Aberdeen now. It's Bowman. 1st and 20. Handoff going out to the left side and stopped after a yard gain. I believe that was Dahlman on the carry. Yankton's defense holds up again on the far side.
Yeah, on the far side there. Not much gain on that one. You want to take the run away on these early plays in 1st and long. That way you force a team that wants to run the ball to have to throw, obviously, and now sitting in 2nd 19. See if Aberdeen goes back to the run, or maybe if they try to dial something up, maybe some play action or something like that to try to catch Yankton off guard.
8:05 to go in the 3rd. 2nd and long. Aberdeen ball on their own 24-yard line. Single back set, trips receivers far side of the field. One in the near. Bowman, chest high snap. Pump fake, now pass out to the left. It is brought in. It's Ace off, and he'll get to the 25, so gain of a yard on that play. Yankton will take that every time.
And credit to Edley Amaro on that play. That was designed to be out quick on a bubble screen. Amaro does a good job of getting some hands up and jumping up in there and forcing the timing on that throw just a little bit off, allowed his defense to catch up and make the stop maybe a yard down the field.
Yeah, he has length. We talked about that in our key player of the game. Just, it's not just his athleticism, it's just he's lanky. He's very long.
Yeah, being 6'4" like that, that'll help every now and then.
Pterodactyl wingspan from Edley Amaro.
Is that a nickname right there?
The pterodactyl? I don't know. It's pretty aggressive.
That is pretty aggressive.
2 receivers near too far. Bowman back to pass on 3rd and long. And it is brought in by Dowie on the near side. Brought down at the Aberdeen 41, right shy of the Aberdeen 1st down. And I think they're in a situation. Actually, are they? I don't know. They're only down 13-0. Do you go for it, Josh?
I would think about it. At the least, line up and see if you can get Yankton to jump in a situation like this. It's about 4th and
2,
2.5, maybe 3 on this. And
we're going to go ahead and say 2. It's actually almost exactly 2. So 4th and 2 for the Eagles. And it looks like they are bringing their offense back on the field. A huge play in the game right here.
And let's see what happens. Obviously, Aberdeen at least lining up to go for it. We'll see if they end up going.
4 seconds on the play clock. They're going to try to draw him. You do it fast. No, it is a direct snap. Dahlman. And Dahlman will be almost brought down to the backfield, but he gains some room, gets to midfield, brought down at the Yankton 49. That'll move the chains in a gutsy play call. Turns out well for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, and that was all Joey Dahlman on that play. I thought he was stopped in the backfield. He breaks the tackle.
He had Yankton Bucks hands on him.
Yeah, he did. And he did a great job of breaking that tackle and bounced it out, getting a 1st down on that. Gutsy call there from this Aberdeen team, but I look at it this way. You're down 2 scores. Your defense is playing well. This is a 1-8 matchup. Why not be a little risky here in the playoffs?
6:09 to go in the 3rd. Fresh set of downs for Aberdeen. Bowman leading the charge. Actually, it's Dahlman right now, taking a direct snap. And Dahlman will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Moving forward progress at the line, no gain.
And Yankton's starting to adjust that power formation. I mean, even on the last play we talked about, a broken tackle away from having that play stopped in the backfield. But now they're starting to slow that down a little bit more as we see Easton Fieser and Thomas Reardon run on the field. We do have a stoppage play here. See what happened. There wasn't a timeout signaled.
Sure, I think there was a substitution thing going on, but all right. There's just weird things happening in this game, so I warned everyone in the pregame, Josh.
They are running the clock again. I don't know if maybe there's an equipment thing or something like that. That could be a possibility, but yeah, I don't know.
Either way, 2nd and 10 for Aberdeen Central. Ball right on the 50. Trips receivers near side. And it's Bowman. Back to pass. Feeser creates some pressure. Pass down. It's up at the Yankton 20 and put down by Swayze Thurman. And the intended target was Carson Borg.
Bryce, this secondary is having a heck of a night. Another pass break up there from Bodie Thurman. On the deep ball in that one, he's able to extend that right hand and tip and pat that pass down. Good job by Bodie Thurman. Now let's see what Aberdeen goes to here on third. They went to a curl route or a comeback route on that last third down to get them within a couple yards of that first down. And we'll see if they go back to something similar or draw something else up here on third.
3rd and 10 for Aberdeen. 2 receivers each side. And Bowman back to pass, has to step up and almost brought down the backfield, scrambles out to the right. He does complete a pass to Dowen and gets back to the line of scrimmage, so gain of about 1 on the play, but Yankton almost made that an absolute disastrous situation for Aberdeen, but now it's just 4th and 10.
Yeah, now just 4th and 10, and we'll see what Aberdeen chooses here. I'm guessing punt's probably the safe option, but we have seen them go for it on this drive.
4th and 10?
Yeah, on a 4th and 10, it's a little risky, so I think you'll probably see the punt unit here for Aberdeen, and that is the case. Both teams are kind of in a standstill there, waiting to see what the other would do.
You're looking at face-off, like, who? Oh,
yeah, it's like that scene in The Office where they're all in the conference room pointing at each other, waiting to see who will do what first. But, yeah, now it looks like punt team on the field in Yankton. This defense, once again, making another stop.
Connor Slava to return at the Yankton, standing on the Yankton 15. Punt almost blocked by Yankton, and now Connor Slava makes a charge at it. Fair catch at the 25-yard line, and that's where Yankton will take over. And you mentioned it, Josh, 13-0, and there was 1 touchdown offensively on that opening drive for the Bucks, but that was it, and it was a defensive touchdown for the other points. This Aberdeen defense is everything as advertised.
Yeah, they've been great. A couple interceptions as well. Really kind of held this Yankton passing game in check, and Yankton hasn't really had an answer for this defense yet outside of the first drive. We'll see if they change it up here and see if they can get something going.
Empty back set, and Easton Nelson will keep it himself and lunge forward for a 6-yard gain for the Yankton senior quarterback. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Like that on that designed quarterback run, you pick up 5 or 6 yards on the play, try to get your senior quarterback going with his feet. He did have a good half running the football, 41 rushing yards. Let's see if they can get him going with his feet in the second half as well.
And Nelson drops back under pressure and will be brought down in the backfield for a sack. And on the sack, that's Brandon Schwann. Leads the team in tackles, Josh. Entered the game with 54.
Yeah, and I thought for a second there Easton was going to be able to break out. That good job by Schwann by grabbing the jersey there. And now a 3rd and about 12 here for the Bucks, trying to avoid their second 3 and out here of the first half.
So 3rd and 12 for Yankton. Nelson rolls to the near side. He's looking for he's looking for Carson Ness at the 38. And Ness can't bring it in. It was a low snap, and I think that, hindsight 2020, but Connor Slava may have been a little bit more open.
Yeah, and either way.
Easy for me to say up here.
And I think at that, looking at that, Easton was just trying to make a play, get past the sticks on that one. Bit of a frustrating night for him, obviously, with a couple picks, but I think that was just a simple case of trying to make a play. And Ness at least had some space there and had a chance to make that ball, but that is a tough throw to make on the run.
Both difficult options, and Easton Nelson, just credit, has had to escape a lot of pressure tonight, more than he's seen in recent weeks. As a fair catch is botched by Aberdeen, Yankton football in Aberdeen territory at the Aberdeen 44. We'll hear from the recovery.
Special teams making a big play there with a muff punt. Yankton getting a break on that one. Nice punt by Matthew Sheldon, and this Yankton special teams able to fall on it right away. Turnovers have been the name of the game in this one. And you saw a drop punt right there. Yankton now getting it at about the Aberdeen 42.
Carter Boomsma with the recovery, Josh, we're being told by our spotter, Brayden Butler, over there. And now Easton Nelson and company back on the field. It's a handoff, Cirk up the middle, and he is brought down right at the line. Still no gain.
And nothing going on this one. Yeah, every yard has been a fight for both these offenses here tonight, Bryce, and saw it again on that play.
Sorry, I kind of shushed you. I was trying to hear if they had the recovery player, but I don't need that, Josh. You have Brayden Butler.
I didn't even hear you shush me, to be honest.
Oh, no, I didn't shush you. I was like, 1 second. Evan Stark breaks one out the middle all the way to the 25-yard line. And just, Josh, as we said that he was being stopped up the middle, he's still able to break one of those every once in a while.
And I kind of talked about it a little bit in the first half. What I am so impressed with him is he's patient, and then as soon as he hits the hole, turns on the jets, hits the Excel button there, or R2 on the PlayStation 5 for college football 25 players. But either way, nice run on that first down. Now all of a sudden stop there, Bryce, for only about a gain of 1 on that play.
And Evan Stark there, you mentioned, is stopped right at the line. And we're at 2:20 to go in the third. Josh Yankton with a 13-0 lead. And see if they can capitalize on a big special teams play. Easton Nelson keeps it himself. Up the middle to the 15. Then the 5. Touchdown, Yankton! Easton Nelson takes it all the way home right in front of the Yankton student section. And that will result in a Yankton score. So great special teams effort followed by a couple great plays, and Yankton adds to the scoreboard.
Nice job there by the senior quarterback, Easton Nelson. He makes a great read, turns on the jets, and takes it to the house. And like you said, Yankton capitalizing off the muff punt. Now all of a sudden up 3 scores here in this one late in the third quarter.
And we'll see Yankton go for 2. They had the extra point blocked earlier in the games, trying to make the scoreboard not look wonky. 2 receivers each side. Easton Nelson sends Slava in motion near the far side. Quick pass. Nelson to the corner. It is brought in by Carson Ness on the near pylon. The Loch Ness brings it in. Yankton leads 21-0. That's $42 going into the Yankton Adult Booster Club from Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down to Yankton points this season. What a play.
Yeah, nice ball there from Easton Nelson. Put it where only Ness could get it, and Ness reaches out, snags it. 2-point conversion good. Now Yankton up 21 here late in the third quarter.
All right, we'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton, Bucks football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
All right, Yankton to kick off. Liam Villanueva does an excellent job in that role this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yankton getting that touchdown, Bryce. And we do have an update for those of you keeping an eye on next week. If Yankton were to advance, they'll be facing the winner of that 4-5 matchup between Pierre. And we can't update. The Pierre Governors have won that one 40-20, so that one is final. So the winner of this one will be playing Pierre's. Bryce, I believe for the second week in a row, we have a scoreboard shutdown here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
Just can't catch a break.
Yeah, one of those is the second week in a row.
2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the quarter. Please keep the time on the field.
New scoreboard here at Crane. Still working out some kinks. But we're going to have officials keeping time on the field. I'm sure they're big fans. And I don't know if the officials are thinking it's just going to be rebooted or... Do they need me to yell down?
Yeah, I think that might be the solution here.
All right, Liam Villanueva. And kicks off. And is at the 15, brought out to the middle of the field. On that is Dowin. And Dowin with a big return for the Golden Eagles and gets to the 44, maybe 43-yard line. We do have a flag.
Yeah, and usually that's going to be a hold there, so Aberdeen will be going backwards a little bit, obviously, there after the penalty yardage is enforced.
We're back.
Yeah, we're kind of back. They're adding scores to it there. They got the right score up on there, but we still got...
that infamous 37 minutes that cost Yankton a penalty.
Yeah, not the best night for any situations with the clock, that's for sure, but... obviously, officials keeping track of time right now as we speak.
Team. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, so holding going on Aberdeen. They'll back him up. from the spot of the foul. Now it's Yankton trying to shut down Aberdeen, and I'm not going to say close the door on the game, but obviously if you can get a punt out of this, makes the hill to climb for Golden Eagles really hard.
Yeah, obviously it's a tough situation, and now a team that wants to run the football more often than not, they're down 3 scores. Probably going to have to start passing it more frequently here to try to get some quick scores and get back into this one.
And Bowman heard you. He's back to pass. Left side of the field, down the intended target. Hazelhorse there to run it. No, I was going to say run interference, but literally not pass interference. Just get in the way as incomplete pass.
Yeah, he did a really nice job on that play. He did kill Hazelhorse, so identified the deep ball and got in front of the receiver there. Good play.
1:55 to go in the third. Yankton leads 21-0.
Yeah, and turnover's the name of the game here today. Yankton capitalizing on a pick 6 and then a muff punt as well for another score. Really just doing a nice job capitalizing off those turnovers.
3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. Ball on the far hash marks as Aberdeen moves left to right under screen listening device, bowing back to pass. And gets Ace off at the 25, and he's brought down right there, gain of 5 on the pass.
A nice read there by Bowman on that throw. Sometimes the simple, easy route is the one to go to, and you saw it there, about a gain of 5 or 6 on the play.
I may be a USD Coyote fan.
Yeah, my brain is broken with that. I've been saying Bowman for years, and then I run into the one guy who's Bowman, and it has broken my brain.
All right, Aberdeen breaks the huddle. It's 3rd and 5. 3 receivers spread on the near side of the field. Bowman back to pass, left side. And it is brought in by Borg.
Bowman's pass to Borg.
And that is enough for an Aberdeen first down.
And if there's one spot Aberdeen has had success in the pass game, Bryce, it's been on some of those quick hitters on 3rd down, going to curl routes and things like that, and taking advantage of it there once again and getting a first down.
All right, Aberdeen breaks the huddle. Same formation. Dahlman to Bowman's immediate right. It's a big back. All right, so now we have Bowman back to pass. And Borg brings it in at the 42-yard line. So about half the yard is needed right there. They'll bring up 2nd and... Where are they marking this?
At about the 42, I believe. And
2nd 4.
Yeah, and for our TV viewers here, that play looked familiar to you. It was very similar to the last one. Same route on the outside there, and Aberdeen kind of noticing that, and Yankton's corner is playing a little bit off here and taking advantage on that quick curl on the outside.
Same formation again, except Dahlman on Bowman's left side. Pass out to the right side, Ace off. Brings it at midfield, brought down at the Yankton 46-yard line. It's enough for a Golden Eagle first down.
Yeah, once again, just a curl over to the right side, this time in the slot area there. Nice job getting a quick completion and moving the chains.
18 seconds to go here in the third. Yankton pitting their ears back, trying to get after Bowman. Bowman, quick pass, and again brought in at the 40 and almost escaping free. I believe that was Ace off the far side. He'll have enough for a Golden Eagle first down as we end the third quarter. Your third quarter sponsors, Josh. First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Located at 2507 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton. And Truxedo, a real truck company. It's Yankton 21, Aberdeen nothing after the third. That's your SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab scoreboard update. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they're truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. This quarter break brought to you by Rise Fuel. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition, unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Back in 30 seconds.
Sarasota is running for State Senate District 18.
This is Charlie Gross, and I encourage you on November 5th to vote for Sarasota for the State Senate. I've known Sarah for a very long time, and she is a conscientious steward of whatever she's doing, whether it's working for the college, working for the school board, or now running for the state senate. She will talk to her constituents, and she understands that property tax dollars go for public schools, not private schools.
Paid for by Sarah Sarda for state senator.
Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter here at Crane-Youngworth Field. The quarterfinal round of the 11 AA playoffs. We heard Pierre has defeated Spearfish in their quarterfinal round. So as it sits right now, if Yankton beats Aberdeen here tonight, it'll be Pierre and Yankton here next Friday.
Yeah, dome rematch from last year in the semifinal round here at Crane-Youngworth Field would be a lot of fun.
Bowman drops back, a new 1st and 10. Pass out to the 30. He gets ace off. Ace off. Jukes one defender, gets to the 25 and forward to the 21-yard line. Enough for a Golden Eagle first down. And Aberdeen, at least on this drive so far, Josh, has found the formula.
Yeah, they have, and that was more of an out route on that one and just got ace off in some space and another first down. They're doing a good job of getting their receivers in space here these last couple throws.
Yankton's defense has been on the field a lot here tonight. I mean, very successful, but they've been out here a lot.
Yeah, right, absolutely. And it's something that eventually that can wear down on you if you're down on the field a lot, like you said.
It's a lot of long drives. They're able to stop eventually. 3 receivers left. 1 right, Bowman. Right hash marks. Aberdeen moving right to left. Pass out to left side, up with it, and knocked down in the end zone. And on that breakup was...
I think it was Miles Drotzman on the play, Bryce.
Is it 15? Is it Drotzman? Okay.
Miles Drotzman. Heck of a pass breakup. That's one-on-one, mano-a-mano. Put a receiver in a corner on an island, and Miles Drotzman made the play on that one.
Yeah, and not a bad ball, though, from Bowman either.
Right. It was a good ball. Drotzman just made a great play on it. Once again, Drotzman, who's really stepped up as the season's gone along and really developed and grown in that corner spot.
Yep, just a sophomore, so a couple really big years coming up for him as well. And heck, this year isn't over. And it's now Bowman and company. Again, moving right to left, 3 receivers left side. Bowman drops back, pass out to the right, and miscommunication, or maybe just trying to get rid of this football. Incomplete, as we have a little bit of extracurriculars going on in the backfield between Edley Amaro and I think he was talking to the entire offensive line of Aberdeen.
Yeah, and there was some pressure there, Edley, and I think they might have sent a linebacker as well. I think that was Bryce Crawl who got in there with some extra pressure, and Bowman there was just trying to get rid of it. Nothing found on that play. Now 3rd and 10 here for the Golden Eagles from about their own 20. Or, excuse me, from the Yankton 20.
And 3rd down. Bowman, chest high snap, drops back, pass left side, and incomplete at the 15. Cale Hazelhorst in on that one, and we do have a flag coming in. Josh, I think we're going to have roughing the passer going on Yankton.
I think so, too. Keep an eye on this, but I think that's going to be the call here. Usually when the quarterback's down the backfield, that's what you're going to get on that play.
We will see here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. The pass is distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
So automatic first down and getting close to the goal here. They're at the 11-yard line, Josh.
Yeah, and obviously the Yankton crowd doesn't agree with it, but I think that might have been the right call on that one. Now a fresh set of downs here for Aberdeen at about the 10 or so, like I said, maybe about the 11. So I think they can get a first down here if needed.
All right, single back set, 1 receiver each side. Ball on the 11. Dahlman, direct snap. Goes out to the right, to the 10, lunges forward. He'll get to the 8-yard line, so gain of about 3 on the play.
Not much on that one, but just inching forward, play-by-play here if you're Aberdeen, trying to get back and make this a 2-score game.
Brought down by Teaser.
And Aberdeen breaking their huddle. And we watched it back, Josh, and probably roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think in that situation, I understand. It has been getting a little chirpy and things like that. You know, sometimes call a penalty, maybe it'll settle things, but we'll see what happens here now. Aberdeen in about a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 here on the Yankton 9.
They're in the red zone, and Bowman drops back. Pass left side. It is brought in for Aberdeen, and with it is Colby Dowen, the 6'1 sophomore, his 8th touchdown reception of the season, and he gets Aberdeen on the board.
Yeah, first points of the night here for Aberdeen on a quick hitter over there to Dowen, and now all of a sudden Aberdeen down 2 scores here with about 11 to play. Right back in this one.
And out to kick the extra point is, I think it's Dahlman. Stand by. Yes. And the left-footed kicker, we have a flag coming in on the near side here. Waiting for the call. So offsides on the defense, half the distance to the goal, and they'll retry. But now they're at the 3-yard line. I don't think that really changes anything. Well, maybe it does as we have a formation change. Aberdeen looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, I understand it, but this is one, again, this is the same talk I had about the Giants-Steelers game on Monday night, where when they were down 8 going for 2, it's one of those where you don't necessarily need to do it. And if you don't get it, you're chasing those points the rest of the night.
All right, well, it's Dahlman. Direct snap, and it looks like, no, he did not get it. He is shy of the end zone. And so Yankton holds strong, but Aberdeen is on the board. Trailing Yankton 21-6, 10:47 to go in the game. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN TV.
21.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With Optomap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. Optomap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your Optomap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
All right, welcome back here at Crane-Youngworth Field. 10:47 to go on the clock here in the 4th. Yankton leads 21-6, and Yankton is returning a kick for the first time since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, nice drive there by Aberdeen. They really got the passing game going on that. Some quick hitters, some curl routes, out routes, things like that, and just made the plays when you needed them. Now Aberdeen with a bit of a funky kickoff formation here. See what they're doing here. And this is just a regular kickoff. Either way, it just looked weird.
Yeah, at the 9-yard line. Carson is in the middle of the field. He's going to take this to the house. He gets to the 40, to the midfield, all the way to the Aberdeen 40-yard line. I was so close.
You were so close. Just about 40 yards up, but on a kick return, it was that close, and it looked like that hole was there, and I saw it too. And nice return there by Carson Ness now, this Yankton offense, and see what they can do here on this drive, up 2 scores. But yeah, like you said, nice return there by Ness, and good field position to start.
See if they can put this game just about out of reach for the Golden Eagles, whose defense has been really tough this entire matchup. And it's Easton Nelson clapping the hands, hand up to Cirk, near side to the 40, to the 35, the 31-yard lines, a 9-yard gain for the senior running back.
That's a good drive starter right there. Nice run to start it. You get Evan Cirk in space, and that's always a good thing. And once again, just a nice play there.
3 receivers far side, 1 near. Nelson, handoff, Cirk. And Cirk is spun down hard to the turf, loss of a yard on the play.
And not much on that one. Like you said, Mayer might have lost a yard, and that's exactly what happened there. Spotting this back almost. Yeah, okay, it looks like just lost 1 yard. I thought for a second there might have been a loss of 2.
10-12 to go in the 4th. 3rd and 2 for the Bucks. Connor Slava gets the reception right at the line of scrimmage, and no gain on the play.
And you got to assume Yankton's going for this here on 4th and 2 from about the Aberdeen 32. It's going to be interesting to see if they go back to the runner, if they go to the pass in this play. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those rollout passes, Bryce, here. Yankton loves those on some of these 3rd and 4th and shorts.
All right, so go back set. Nelson, hand off to Cirque on the near side. Is stopped at the 32-yard line, short of first down. We have a flag coming in behind Nelson and company.
And I think even if he got this would have been going back. I think there's going to be a hold here on the Bucks. And great stand once again by this Aberdeen defense. 2nd and 1, send Cirque backwards. 3rd and 1, a completed pass at about the line of scrimmage, and then that play right there. Nice job of this Aberdeen defense. Get off the field and get the ball right back to their offense.
On the offense, penalties decline.
So they decline the penalty, and someone check on Cirque. I'm hurting after that hit, and I'm up in a booth.
Yeah, he took a couple hard hits on that drive alone, and it's something where this Aberdeen defense, they don't mess around. They force turnovers. They hit hard. They are here to play. This is not an 8 seed that you can sleep on, and we've seen that tonight. They're putting up a heck of a fight right in this game with a chance to make it a 1-score game here in the 4th.
You can tell Evan Cirque actually is hurting a little bit. Went to go sit on the bench. It's kind of... He had that walk, Josh, of maybe not being, like, injured, but just, hurting. He's been taking a lot of beating tonight. And that's every game with him. And you have Aberdeen with the ball at their own 33-yard line. Bowman back to pass. Right side. And Gillies Horse almost had another interception right at the 50.
Yeah, and he's quickly becoming a ball hawk for this defense at the safety position, making another nice play there. I thought for a second there maybe he wasn't in the best of spots, but it turns out he was in the exact spot he needed to be to break that one up. Good play. And now Aberdeen facing 2nd and 10.
Just how he drew it up, Josh.
Just how we drew it up, indeed.
All right, 2nd and 10, Aberdeen. 9.5 minutes to go here in the 4th. 3 receivers far side, 1 near, single back set. Bowman. Looking at 3 Yankton linebackers right now. Drops back. Pump fake. Pass to the right side, intended for Ace-off, off to incomplete, well to his left side, and credit to Matt Grotenhuis, the Yankton senior.
Yeah, credit to him holding that coverage. I think Bowman saw something he liked and then decided against it. Had a couple pump fakes there. Now at 3rd and 10 here for Aberdeen. See if they try to get it all in one play here, maybe try to cut the sticks in half or get a few yards and go for it. But either way, obviously, maybe the most important 3rd down of this game so far.
9:27 to go in the 4th. Yankton leads 21-6. Aberdeen with the football, moving right to left on your screen or listening device. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Back to pass. Bowman has to step up. A couple pump fakes. Has to get rid of this football, but he'll be brought down for a sack by Yankton. Matthew Sheldon along with...
I think that's Lucas Cordell in on the play there, Bryce, making the sack. Nice job of this Yankton defense, forcing another stop there, getting some pressure and getting the sack on that one. Now this Yankton defense responding after what really felt like a momentum-changing series by the Aberdeen defense. Yankton with a nice stop, getting this ball back to the offense.
Sacks brought to you by Vantage Financial. Contact Adam Walter of Vantage Financial today. Search Adam Walter, Vantage Financial. Punt is out in the air. Fair catch. Connor Slaba at the 44-yard line. I think we have some running into the fair catch situation going on.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he ran into him, but for it there for Aberdeen gave no space whatsoever. And you got to give at least a little bit of space there, attempt to make a catch. Credit to Connor Slaba for making that catch either way. But yeah, I think that's one of those where he was so close in his space that they're going to get a flag on that.
With the official call.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's huge because you just heard it over the crowd mic there. 15 yards on that. So that puts Yankton in nice field position at about the Aberdeen 41 here to start this drive.
Let's give Slava those yards, credit. 2 receivers near side, too far, empty backfield for Easton Nelson, and a reverse and a pop pass to Connor Slaba. Reverse out to the outside to the 40, to the 35, the 30, And we have a flag coming in the backfield, and I think this one is coming on back.
Yeah, I think it's coming back. A creative play there. It was like a jet sweep that turned into a reverse. I really liked that. That was fun. And that's something that can give defenses a look to think, okay, is this something that Yankton could go back to? Obviously didn't work out with the penalty, but either way, I liked the play call.
Multiple times this season, Connor Slaba has had big plays taken back by penalties. He's an explosive player. You want to see him be able to get one of those and have it stand.
Yeah, and that's one of those that's frustrating just because you get the trick play call and you see the look there that you like and you give it the shot, and it does work until the holding's called there. And obviously going to send it back as there's now 3 backs in the backfield. Yankton,
I'm going to call it the Bucks triad.
I like it.
All right, handoff Cirque following his 2 lead backs and gets to the Aberdeen 49, so gain of 2 in the play.
Yeah, obviously Cirque with Gary. I believe it was Sheldon and Kroll who were also in there in that backfield. But the other 2 parts of that triad you're talking about there.
Triad? Triad? I think it's triad.
What if we just call it the Bucks trio and call it a day?
I like the triad, man. Bucks triad. Hey, man, I came with the buck truck.
You did the buck truck. The buck truck is the greatest thing I've ever heard. So, how many times can we get you to do that a broadcast?
At least 7.
I was to say, I think we're on about 3 or 4 here tonight.
All right, under 8 minutes to go in the 4th. 21-6. Yankton leads. It's 2nd and long for the Bucks. Connor Slaba in heavy motion behind the Lions. Handoff to Evan Cirque of the middle. Gain of 3 on the carry. Going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long now. Let's see how aggressive Yankton chooses to be here. Obviously, this is still a tight game, but it's one of those where the clock is also your friend. Up 15 here with about 7:30 to play. I think Yankton might actually take a timeout here.
Evan Cirque is being forced to come out of the game.
Oh, okay. Obviously, we'll keep you updated on that. I don't know. He's tapping his helmet a little bit. I don't know if there's an issue with that or if it's maybe a sign or an injury thing that the officials saw that they wanted him to get looked at over on the side.
If possible, I'm going to go ahead and say it's like a hybrid of everything you just said because he was hit hard. He was on the ground for a long time. The official kind of came over to him and then kind of sent him back into the sideline. So, but yeah, I think officially it was something with his helmet.
Yeah, and credit to these officials, though. If it is a health concern thing, obviously safety first for these players, and credit to them for getting him back to the sideline.
Nelson drops back and will be brought down behind the lines. A sack for the Golden Eagles. And on that one is number 65, another mystery player. Come on, Golden Eagles.
Bryce versus the Aberdeen mystery player, a contest that will continue throughout the night.
Well, look at your roster again, Josh. No 65 either. It's all right. And Matthew Sheldon out to a punt. Low snap. And able to pick it up. Put out a decent punt for the situation, but it does go out of play. And he does so at the 20-yard line. Look at that. It's meant to be.
Yeah, look at that. Right at about the 20 here. We'll see what happens now. Aberdeen, look, they're still in this one. They've got all 3 timeouts. 6:30 to play here, but they're going to have to start moving quick. Time is not completely on their side here, and you got to start getting down the field, obviously, and don't be surprised if they try to push something down with a deep shot here on this drive.
And now Yankton lining up against Aberdeen. Ball in their own 20. Single back set for Bowman. Quick pass out to the near side. And it is brought in. It's brought in by Dowen. And Dowen will spin his way toward the 27-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play.
Dowen did a good job of spinning outside on that one. I thought he was going to cut in, but he cut out and got a couple extra yards on that. Nice play.
3 receivers far side, 1 near. Bowman, waist-high snap. Looks to the center of the field, and it is brought in. 2-yard gain. And on that reception, that was Paxton Ewing, the 5'8 junior.
And that's one of those completions you're okay with. It's in the middle of the field. It's only about 2 yards. Run a few extra seconds off this clock. Under 6 to play, but now Aberdeen's sitting about a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 Eagles. High snap brought down by Bowman. Quick pass, and it is brought in at the 33-yard line. That's ace-off.
Yeah, extend the drive there once again. Aberdeen's been really good on these 3rd downs in the second half, Bryce. Keeping drives alive. You saw it on their first touchdown drive of the night. Let's see if they can keep it going here after that big third down.
3 receivers near, 1 far. Bowman drops back under some pressure. And ball intercepted far side of the field. It's the Loch Ness, Carson Ness. Another pick for the Yankton Bucks and his 4th of the season.
Yeah, and credit to defense coordinator Justin Olson on that play. He sent a blitz. I think it was Bodie Thurman who got in there and forced the early throw, and Ness was able to jump on that ball and get the pick. Nice job of this Yankton defense. Once again, I believe their 4th interception of the night. And between the last 2 weeks, that's now 11 interceptions for this defense.
You remember Revis Island?
I do remember Revis Island.
Buck Island.
Buck Island, I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
All right, Easton Nelson shotgun. He has Matthew Sheldon, the running back. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Evan Cirk for a while. Matthew Sheldon up the middle, and no gain, a very small one on the play. And by the way, I mean that from the fact of the punishment that he has taken tonight, not his performance.
Yeah, obviously, and he's played well. I mean, he had, looking at it here, 58 rushing yards in the first half, and I think he added that, obviously, here. But like you said, he's taken a lot of hits tonight, and obviously you want him to be as healthy as possible if you make it to next week in a big matchup with Pierre. But yeah, obviously, keep an eye on that. We'll monitor that throughout the night.
He's currently talking to trainer Trevor Woods, so I think my analysis was spot on that one, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we have 2nd and the same. Matthew Sheldon, the carry, goes at the middle, and some tough earned yards here from the senior running back. Gains about 2 on the play, but he took about half the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles to take him down.
Yeah, only about 2 yards on the play, but it felt like more the way Matthew Sheldon was not going down on that one. Tough effort there, but this Aberdeen defense continuing to impress here tonight and having another nice force of a short gain on that play for Yankton.
3rd and 8 for the Bucks. I'm just draining this clock.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I know it's a little early, but I'm surprised Aberdeen hasn't maybe taken a timeout here, try to stop that clock. But either way, if you have timeouts or not, the clock's going to be running.
Nelson rolls far side, keeps it himself, gets to the 40, and is spun down to the turf at the Aberdeen 39-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the punt crew come out for the Bucks.
I'm surprised Aberdeen, once again, letting this clock run here, Bryce. The way it's going, they are going to get this ball back with under 3 minutes left. I know, once again, we talked about they have those 3 timeouts, but if you don't have any time left to get 2 touchdowns, what does it matter if you have them?
And Yankton can burn another 15 right here. Probably bring it down to 2 seconds. And 5 seconds. Snapped a little early. 6 seconds on the play clock. Matthew Sheldon boots it to the 15. Yankton bounce all the way to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 1-yard line. And I've said it before in this broadcast, Josh. He does the linebacker thing so well. He's a good running back for Yankton, a good leader. We don't talk nearly enough about Matthew Sheldon as a punter.
Yeah, and he's been so consistent in the punt game this season, and you see it right there again. Getting that roll all the way down to the 1. And now Aberdeen, they got a lot of work to do here. Down 15, 2:45 to play here. I wouldn't be surprised. We've only seen it once if they go back to that Dahlman power formation and they throw out of it. We saw him do that once to Cordell Ricklick earlier in the game. And don't be surprised maybe if they go to that again here. We haven't seen it since. And as they say that, it looks like it is going to be Dahlman getting the snap here. Actually, no, correction. It's going to be Bowman now.
Yeah, they both kind of line up in that same kind of similar position. And it's Bowman's back to pass out to the right side, incomplete over the head of Borg. 2nd down.
Yeah, nothing there. And even if he did, that would have been a yard, if anything, on that. No really space given up on that. And Yankton's defense, once again, looks like it's Bodie Thurman on the coverage, not giving up much.
Well, short of a 99-yard touchdown. Yankton trying to keep it in front of them.
Remember the last time we said that, Bryce?
You saw what I did there?
Yeah, I know exactly what you did. So, yeah. Now
we happen to be talking about that today.
And that could have some relevance next week, considering right now winner of this matchup does have Pierre. So
2:42 to go in the 4th. Bowman and company on their own 1-yard line. Yankton backs off at the line now. Some last-second adjustments from Justin Olson's defense. Bowman back to pass. Pass out to the right side. Incomplete. Ball lands at the 25. No one there.
Yeah, just nothing on that one. Really, no one open. Obviously, Bowman trying to take a shot there down the field, but good coverage once again from this Buck defense.
2:37 to go in the fourth. 21-6 is the score. Yankton on top. Aberdeen moving right to left. Your screen or listening device. In desperation mode now. This is at 2.5 minutes to get at least 2 more scores, and they're on their own 1 on 3rd down. And Bowman. We have a penalty coming in behind Yankton here, and usually a false start, right?
Usually we'll keep an eye here. This could be encroachment as well, but it is going to be that false start penalty.
So false start going on Aberdeen.
Not that they have much to back up anyways.
Now
here,
instead
Bryce.
of it being on the 1, it's on the 11-inch.
Yeah, no kidding. And this is one of those, I know time's run down, you're down 2 scores, but like, can you even really like go for this if you don't get any yards here?
All right, Bowman rolls near side. Pass out to Dowin, and off his left hand. You know, not the best pass in the situation, but good effort. It's just one of those things where you really, if you're Dowin, you really want to bring that in.
Yeah, and they are going to punt here, Bryce. I think this is a tough situation. I think that might be the craziest go-for-it situation ever if you do go for this one.
What if it's a fake?
I mean, hey, it's possible. Anything's possible. I won't rule it out in the game of football, but that's a tough spot.
I'm obviously joking, just to make sure I'm clear with that. All right, punt coming up. Oh, okay. So it is a punt for Aberdeen. Connor Slava will let it die on the turf at the 33-yard line in Aberdeen territory. Yankton's offense will take over. There was a second there, Josh, where Dolman did run with the football, and I was like, oh, boy.
Oh, boy. You're like, well, look at
I
you.
spoke it into existence.
Yeah, either way, though, once again, though, Bryce, this Yankton defense coming up with stop after stop after stop tonight. Both these defenses have just played A-plus football throughout the night, and it shows on the scoreboard. I mean, even one of Yankton's touchdowns was a pick 6, so it really has been a really good defensive effort from both these teams.
All right, handoff. Sheldon up the middle, and he'll gain nothing on the play. Held up right at the line.
Sheldon carries for no gain.
Yeah, and the clock's still running here. Once again, I'm surprised Aberdeen's not taking a timeout here, but
Do you think maybe that's kind of letting this clock just run down?
that's possible. I wouldn't rule it out, and at least that appears what the situation is here.
Well, as it sits right now, Yankton will be moving on to the state semifinal round, hosting Pierre here at Crane-Youngworth Field next week. That's right, Yankton and Pierre again. If it's not Pierre, it's T, and it's always the semifinals or the championship. 1:39 to go. Handoff. Sheldon up the middle. 2-yard gain for the senior running back. Bring up 3rd and 8.
And now it's time for Aberdeen to take timeouts here with 1:31.
Timeout. Aberdeen
All right.
Central.
Timeout on the field. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
All right, big run for Easton Nelson up the middle. Josh gets inside the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. And Midwest Insurance, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company to Smet Farm Mutual, located just east of the Yankton Bowl.
Yeah, and how about Easton Nelson on that play, Bryce, during the timeout there? They got a play off and were able to get a first down, and that should effectively end this game.
And Easton Nelson. Hand off Sheldon off to the left side to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton. Matthew Sheldon, the bombshell goes off, and another score for the Bucks. So hopefully maybe send a statement to Pierce. 27-6 the score. Yankton on top, 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, nice run there by Sheldon, able to get it outside the score. And I think that's one of those, the offense, I think they want to get a few more points on the board. Maybe not their best night, but ending the night with a touchdown can be a real confidence booster going into next week. And see it right there as Yankton looks well on their way to moving on to face Pierre next week.
Kilgary the snapper, Tate Bestie the holder, kicker Kevin Ortiz, a lefty, puts it through the uprights. Another $14 being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. We're doubling down on Yankton points this season. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYNTV.
Our children are our state's #1 asset. Hi, this is Mike Stevens, District 18 House Representative. I have made our children my #1 legislative priority. That is why I sponsored a bill to restrict access of obscene materials from our children, and why I voted to establish minimum salaries for our teachers. Voting has already begun for the November 5th general election. Please vote, and when you see my name on that ballot, just remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
All right, welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field, home of the loudest school song ever tonight.
Yeah, Blair.
My daughter's asleep, all right, somewhere in town. You need to turn it down.
Word is you can hear that all the way out at the Gavin's Point Dam.
You actually can, at least in the years past, hear the PA from my house, and I don't live exactly right next to Crane. It's like a mile, and you can hear it. So wow. Yeah.
I think that's just a good sign. This place is always rocking. Once again, good crowd tonight on a Thursday, on a holiday, showing up and showing out on a cold night too. So, you know, Crane's rocking a little bit, so be it.
Yes, 45 seconds to go in the fourth, 28-6. Yankton on top. Liam Villanueva to kick off for the Bucks. And line drive, a kick to the 20 and off of the hands of Dowin. He'll have to pick it up at the 8. Gets to the middle of the field and is brought down at the 16-yard line. That's where Aberdeen will take over for the last 33 seconds of this matchup.
Yeah, and you know, a tough fight here from Aberdeen. They really did put up a good fight against this Yankton team, especially on the defensive side of the football. They did a great job really containing Yankton's run for the most part, and in the pass game, they were really locked down for the entire game. Great effort by this Aberdeen team. Obviously, their season's ended tonight, but nothing to you know, hang your head over on a performance like this tonight.
Yankton starters defensively still out in the field here for the last drive of the game. And Bowman. Chest high snap, looking to pass. Right side, incomplete at the 25-yard line. Brings up second down.
Now, it looks like he skipped that one there. Maybe had a man open on that crow route once again at about the sticks there, and I think just short hopped that one.
29 seconds on the clock. Usually Crane visitors, they stay for the whole thing, but it's cold, and they're like, hey, we got this. Starting to file out. It has been a very chilly night, but still, this is what I imagine when I think fall, you know, playoff football.
Absolutely. We've seen it tonight. This is what football weather's supposed to be.
All right, Bowman back to pass. Rolls, and pass is brought in at the 24-yard line by
number 6.
Ace-off, okay.
A heck of a catch there. Getting it on the sideline there, and now it's on about a 3rd and 2. Was able to get out of bounds as well on that.
3rd and 2, Golden Eagles. And it'll be Bowman. The junior will take the snap here. Trips receiver is near side. Little snap, picks it up and pass it to the right, and brought in at the 33-yard line. And that's Dowin with the reception as the clock continues to run.
Heck of a ball there from Bauman, though. Put it on a spot and got the first.
3 receivers near side. Bowman to pass. Left side, up for Borg, and knocked down the Warhorse, Kale Hazelhorse. Knocked it down at the 50. And we're at 2 seconds to go in this game.
Yeah, and you thought for a second there Hazelhorse might have had his 8th pick of the season, but unable to come to that one. Either way, though, a good pass breakup.
All right, Yankton will improve their record to 8-2 on the season. They will go to the 11AA semifinal round, Josh, for the 3rd straight.
Correct. Them. They've been to the semifinal at least every year since I've been here, and this is my 4th year.
So the 4th straight year. And ball up in the air and down at the 40, and that will do it. Your final, Yankton victorious 28-6. The buck stops here at Crane-Youngworth Field. The Pierre Governors moving out from the state capital here to Crane next Friday. See who will be going back to the Dome. It is a state title rematch from last season. Will it be the 7-time defending 11AA champions or the #1 seed Yankton Bucks and the state runner-up from last season? We'll find out next week, Josh, right here at Crane. Congratulations to the Aberdeen Golden Eagles on a good year from them, but Yankton Bucks victorious here tonight at Crane.
Yeah, obviously, it's one of those where if you're Aberdeen, it's a heartbreaker and your season ends. But these Yankton Bucks, they keep moving on. This defense keeps doing their thing. 41 points over the last 6 games, keeping it rolling. And now all of a sudden, we talked about it. They got a big date next week. Where are you going to be at Friday night, Bryce? I know where I'll be, right here at Crane-Youngworth Field for a big-time football matchup between Yankton and Pierre.
I'll check my calendar. I'll see if I can make an appearance. I'll stop by. I'll make a cameo for the state semifinal.
You can be like a Marvel cameo for us.
Yep. Just I can only be here for a quarter, though. No, but a big victory for the Bucks. We'll talk all about it coming up on the post game, brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Again, the buck stops here at Crane-Youngworth Field. We'll be back right here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Ever try to fit a giant cactus into a box? No? Well, at the UPS store, we've seen it all. Okay, maybe not a cactus, but we've seen a lot, so don't worry. You don't have to be a packing genius. Let the associates at the UPS store handle it. From awkward size objects to important documents, we'll pack it perfectly, ship it safely, and give you peace of mind you need. Whether it's fragile, oversized, or just plain weird, bring it to us, and we'll take care of the rest. The UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, because sometimes packing is harder than it looks.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including weekend maintenance technician 2. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers. Start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments. Now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Isn't it great when things work how they should? Like the award-winning free checking from FNBO. No monthly fees, no minimums, and no overdraft fees ever. Online, in the app, on the go, or down the street. You be you, and we'll make it easy to bank your way and manage your account. Here's to simple, flexible, and free. Here's to checking that works the way you want it to. Visit fnbo.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO Free Checking. Member FDIC.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
All right, welcome back to the post game. And Yankton victorious, moving on to the 11AA state semifinal round. Post game show brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsardaforstatesenator.com or scan the QR code on your screen. We're in the broadcast booth brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel. Direct 605-653-2250. Post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. As Rhonda Westland State Farm. Coach Terry Huber joins us in the booth. First of all, Coach, congratulations. A big victory at Crane here tonight on Halloween. Ooh. And, some scaries early on there, but Yankton took care of business.
Yeah, guys played hard all game. They didn't get up. I would say resiliency was definitely the name of the game tonight. They did a phenomenal job with that. Playing hard all the way through the end, and, you got to love seeing that with these guys. They have a lot of passion in their play.
Yeah, how's Evan Sirk doing? He took a lot of beating there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and the beauty of it with him is, he came off and he's telling me exactly what he's seeing, even though he's taking some hits. He's a tough kid. I'm never worried about him. He said he's good to go, and that's all I need from him. He's not a big talker, so I don't need a big explanation from him. He said he's good to go.
This is one of those games, Coach, where it's kind of like, what do we talk about? Because you kind of mentioned it before we went on air. Is it wasn't the prettiest, but a win's a win. Just kind of that's my thoughts too. Just kind of talk about that. Just you mentioned the resilience. Mm-hmm. There were some bad plays from both teams. Some weird things because of course it's Aberdeen, so that's what happens. A cold night. There's a lot of things that this could have been a situation where it'd be more tough for Yankton, but they held strong.
Yeah, and I think the mindset all week talking to the guys was, they're an 8 seed. They're a pretty good 8 seed. And, I think our guys understood that. They knew they were going to have to come out and play hard. And I think they did that. With Aberdeen, not seeing them in the season, they could come in and throw anything at you. That's kind of tough. But at the same time, I thought for the most part, like our defense tonight, in my opinion, that was super impressive. Watching those guys out there fly around, hats off to those guys. Special teams made some big plays. I thought they were firing on all cylinders tonight. And honestly, I'm going to take a bunch of the blame for tonight. I thought that, I didn't have things the right way for the offense. And our guys, they need a little bit more from me. And, we're going to get that fixed this week.
And even if you feel that way, Coach, 2 100-yard rushers again tonight with Evan Sirk and Easton Nelson. So that just shows how good the ground game's been this year. Just talk about them and, like I said, both rushing for over 100 yards tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I think it's maybe it's our expectations. Our expectations of how we should be playing, the kids' expectations, and as coaches. I love that we got to win. It's playoff football. Anything happens here, and we know that. We know that coming in, and we knew they weren't going to drive 4 hours to get there. So to have 200-yard rushers is a big deal for me. I absolutely love that, and I'm very proud of those guys. They ran hard. They took, like you said, they took some beatings. They made some good plays, and up front, I would say it wasn't our best game tonight, but those guys played tough all night, and we got a lot of guys playing both ways, and I thought they did a good job for a good job. I think we need to improve though.
Don't worry, I'm going to torch Coach Olson during the coach's quarter. 6 points? What's that?
Unbelievable, right?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I want to give you a hypothetical situation here, Coach. Walk with me here. Crane-Youngworth Field, say like next Friday night, semifinal game against Pierre. How's that sound to you?
That sounds like a pretty great football game. I'm excited for these guys. It's a great opportunity for them. It's a position that they've been in before, and I'm excited for them to take the opportunity this week. It's going to be phenomenal because I don't even question how they're going to handle it. I know exactly how those seniors are going to lead these guys this week. They're going to make sure that everybody's locked in and focused, and they're going to come out. They're going to have a great week of practice because that's who these guys are. There's absolutely no doubt. They represent Yankton in the best way possible, and I'm very excited for next week.
All right, Coach, and you have school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll let you get to that. And, hey, at least next week we're back on Friday's schedule.
Yes, we're back on the normal schedule. Friday Night Lights sounds a lot better than Thursday Night Lights usually. So
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on the big victory.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
We'll take a break. Come back here to Crane-Youngworth Field.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to SWATchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
Life insurance isn't about you, it's about them. This is Rhonda Westland, State Farm Agent in Yankton. Your family knows they can count on you to provide for them, and that's one of the best feelings in the world. Making sure they're financially provided for is what life insurance is all about. So call me, Rhonda Westland, State Farm Agent in Yankton today, 605-665-4411. Your family and their needs are unique, so I'll work with you one-on-one, and together we'll personalize life insurance protection to meet those needs and your budget. Your family trusts you, you can trust State Farm.
Take care of your spine. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. And October is National Chiropractic Month. Almost 8 in 10 Americans suffer from back pain at some point in their lives. We seek to educate people about the importance of their spine in their overall health. Unlike many organs, when something goes wrong with your spine, it can't be transplanted. So it is important to address the cause of mobility and pain associated with the spine. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Concerned about the future of education in District 18? How about Harns?
My name is Becky Verhoel. I live in Yankton, South Dakota, and I am the high school librarian. I think Mr. Harns will do a great job representing our district out at Pierre. He has such strong passion and wants the best for everybody, and so he'll fight for that for us.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
Are you tired of waiting forever for a return phone call or being told to call a 1-800 number? I'm Jen with Missouri River Associates. Our office strives on providing fast, personal service for all your insurance needs. Home, auto, life, health, Medicare, and more.
From home and auto to life and disability, I'm Skylar Sherman and I offer tailored solutions with a personal touch. Because when it comes to protecting what matters most, you deserve more than just a generic plan. I'm not just here to sell you a policy, I'm here to understand your unique needs and find coverage that's right for you. Give me a call today at Missouri River Associate.
A new choice, Lauren Nelson for District 18 Senate.
I'm Lauren Nelson. Why am I running? After this past legislative session, I believe Pierre is not just working against us, the ordinary folks of South Dakota, but they are doing so with an urgency that demands immediate attention. Pierre needs to change, and I want to be a part of that change.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th, for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
With your vote for Julie Auk, I pledge to ensure that our children and grandchildren inherit the legacy we in South Dakota have long enjoyed. Civil liberties, the Second Amendment rights, private property rights, pro-life legislation, rule of law, freedom of speech and religious freedom, and financial integrity. Please vote for me on November 5th, Julie Auk for House. God, family, country.
Paid for by Julie Auk for House. Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Welcome back. We're live from Crane-Youngworth Field. This is your post-game show here on KYNT and KYNTV. Post-game, once again, is brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsarda4statesenator.com or scan the QR code on your screen. It's time now to look at your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized co-pay dealer. We welcome in Brayden Butler, and we're talking playoffs right now, Brayden. Let's go through some scores from outside of the Yankton here.
Yeah, we'll start in the Yankton area in Class 9B. There is an upset. The defending champions, Avon, have been eliminated from the playoffs. Canastota took a 16-8 victory over the top-seeded Pirates. That ends Avon's season. In Class 11 AA, all the top seeds won, so it is chalk, as they would say. Pierre took a 40-20 win over Spearfish. Brookings defeated T-Area 23-13, and Watertown defeated Huron 35-0. What does that mean for the playoffs, I hear you all asking? Well, next week, right here at Crane-Youngworth Field, Yankton will host Pierre, and Watertown will host Brookings at Watertown Stadium. The winner of those two games, they'll meet a couple miles down the road in Vermilion inside the Dakota Dome.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens there. Anything else you got for us, or are we ready for highlights? This is an on-air production meeting question. Are we good for highlights here?
No,
all right,
no other area games.
All
So
right,
yeah.
we're going to kick it to highlights now, and it's time for our highlights segment. Let's go over the game flow from start to finish and recap this matchup here tonight. Brayden, go ahead and take it away.
Well, started out with a touchdown run from Evan Sirk, of course. After his amazing performance last week, he would be on the board again. 18 yards to the house back in the first quarter. Put the Bucks up 7-0 after the good extra point.
Two receivers near. And now it's Evan Sirk with the handoff. Goes up the middle, gets to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton. Yankton will open up the drive with a score, and Evan Sirk run up the middle.
After that Sirk touchdown, it was Matthew Sheldon and the Yankton defense who would get themselves on the board. A pick six from the linebacker, return to the house, did have a blocked extra point, making the score 13-0 Yankton advantage.
And now Bowman to pass to the middle of the field and picked off by Matthew Sheldon in the third pick six for the Yankton Bucks. You can put it on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Offense back on the board, but had to wait until the second half. Both those initial scores happening in the first quarter. Easton Nelson was able to get loose for a touchdown run. A good 2-point conversion made it 21-0 in favor of the Bucks.
Easton Nelson keeps it himself up the middle to the 15, then the 5. Touchdown, Yankton! Easton Nelson!
Aberdeen Central was able to answer and score a touchdown, but did not get the 2-point conversion. It made the score 21-6, and then Matthew Sheldon again, one on offense, one on defense, an 8-yard touchdown run for the running back to put up the final score 28-6.
And Easton Nelson. And off Sheldon off the left side to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton. Matthew Sheldon, the bombshell goes off, and another score for the Bucks.
Impressive day all around for the Yankton Bucks. Multiple turnovers forced by the defense, multiple scores on offense. 28-6 your final. Yankton moves on to the semis to take on the defending champions for the last however many years. I'm almost out of fingers. The Pierre Governors.
Yeah, would it really be an 11 AA playoffs if Yankton and Pierre didn't get together for a game at some point? So looking forward to that one next week, and it should be a great time. Well, Brayden, thank you for the highlights. Thank you for the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to take a 3-minute break here. We're going to come back with your stats, your players of the game, and a preview for next week for that semifinal matchup against Pierre. I'm Josh Boelter. You're listening to the Yankton Bucks football post-game show brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Once again, find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsarda4statesenator.com or scan the QR code on your screen. I'm Josh Boelter. Final score here, Yankton 28, Aberdeen 6. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back with the rest of your post-game.
Sarah Sarda is running for State Senate District 18.
Hi, this is Julie Mooney from Yankton, and I am supporting Sarah Sarda. My decision to support Sarah really has nothing to do with politics. Sarah has years of experience on our school board, and she's been a leader in our community, and I feel like she looks at the issues, the situation, and then she makes smart decisions based on what's best.
Vote Sarah Sarda for District 18 Senate today by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Sarah Sarda for State Senator.
Does anyone in your family have macular degeneration? At Vision Care Associates, we are dedicated to delivering the highest standard of eye care, utilizing the latest medical advancements to protect and improve your vision. That's why we offer ZX Pro, a new technology that measures the risk for macular degeneration. ZX Pro is a test used to assess macular health before signs of macular degeneration even begin. Be proactive and schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
I want to serve District 18 because I feel like I am a watchman on the wall. I watch out for the legislation that comes to Pierre that's going to hurt the families and the businesses of South Dakota. And I want to make sure that that legislation does not go any further. We need in this state less regulations, less government encroachment upon our lives. We need to be able to raise our families and run our businesses the way we choose. So please vote for Julie Auck.
Paid for by Julie Auck for House.
All right, welcome back to the post-game breakdown, brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Scan the QR code on your screen for more details. That's Sarah Sarda for State Senator. All right, stat recap brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and break it down here for the Bucks. Easton Nelson tonight, he was 4 for 11, passing with 32 yards and 2 interceptions. However, he also had 11 carries for 100 yards on the ground and a 25-yard scamper for a touchdown. Evan Cirk led the way rushing for the Bucks. He had 21 carries, 106 yards on the night. Matthew Sheldon, he had 8 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown as well here tonight. Leading receiver on the night was Connor Slaba. He had 3 catches for 22 yards. Matthew Sheldon also with a pick 6 on the defensive side of the football here tonight, and obviously several picks, 4 interceptions for that defense throughout the night.
All right, defensive and offensive player of the game. Defensive, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Yeah, and that's going to go to Matthew Shelton. You look at it tonight, he had that pick 6. He also got in on a sack down towards our end, or towards our sideline here, close to the booth on this end. And so, yeah, Matthew Shelton had a great night, and he really is one of the leaders on this defense. And I think he's deserving a player of the game on the defensive side of the football.
Hy-Vee, it presents the offensive player of the game. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Yeah, so we're actually going to go with a position group here. The offensive line tonight, and when you have 2 guys rush for over 100 yards on a night where maybe the offense isn't clicking the best, but they still end up having an efficient night on the stat sheet, I think the offensive line deserves a lot of credit for having over 200 yards rushing tonight.
All right, schedule preview, but now we know, Josh. It is the Pierre Governors here next week on Friday, and we'll see who will be going to the Dome. And that should be, this is all TBD, but I think it's 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kick, more than likely.
Yeah, they announced that over the
they did?
over the PA, yeah.
Yep, okay, so 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on KYNT and KYNT-V. It's brought to you by Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Look ahead to a brighter future with a new career at Parker of Yankton. All benefits begin day 1. Learn more at parker.com. Parker, engineering your success. KYNTs are proud to be your local home for the FCS Nation Show. Each week, Kevin Marshall and Stone Lebonowitz take you around the country to discuss the latest in the football championship subdivision. From our in-state teams, the UC Coyotes and SDSU Jackrabbits, to the North Dakota schools, UND and NDSU, and all of FCS football. They cover it all. It's coming up after we sign off here tonight, so stick around. And, Josh, final thoughts on tonight.
Yeah, look, you get a playoff win. That's big. And now you're 1 win away from the Dome. The thing is, you got the Giant right in your way. Pierre, look, they haven't been what they've been the last few years, at least in the regular season. But none of that matters next week. It doesn't matter. Next week, it's as simple as it's Yankton, it's Pierre, it's here at Crane, and it's shot at the Dome is on the line.
All right, thanks to Grady Harrington and Daniel Dykstra, our KYNT studio producers, Trevin Ricklick, and Brayden Butler keeping things going here on site. Of course, we just heard from Josh, and I am KYNT Sports Director Bryce Ladwig. Yankton Bucks victorious here at Crane-Youngworth Field, 28-6. We'll see you next week for the 11 AA state semifinal matchup. Thanks for watching Yankton Bucks football and listening to Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYNT-V, Yankton's home team and stream.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property, and Yankton's home team. Remember, KYNT